Hi, chat. Hope everyone's having a good day, good night, good evening. You know, whatever time of day it is for you.
Wow.
What?
Sorry. The boss died so quickly. I was just not so. No, I was just so surprised.
Occo's playing Power World.
I am. I finally have the itch.
Yeah. I invited all my friends to server, so everybody's on it playing.
Even you.
Are people crashing out over this? Yes, people are crashing out over Leaflit's AI thing. Like, pretty bad.
I haven't tried it yet, but I really want to because I think it's actually really dang cool.
I think the part that's most interesting to me is they're crashing out less about Leaflit and more over Banana Juju.
That's right. They are. That's even funnier in my personal opinion.
it just confuses me because, like, why her over Leaflit made it. I'm not saying I want Leaflit to get harassed. I'm not saying that at all.
Oh, no. You're just like, why have you decided to turn your anger that way?
Yeah, it's like, why specifically her first? I don't fully understand.
Yeah.
But that's where they are. Charcha made a video about AI. Recommend watching the full video before blowing things out of proportion. I don't really care what Cha-Cha said about it. This isn't about Cha-Cha, this is about Leaflit.
I mean, yeah, I mean, we can watch it, but again, I don't know what I'm going to gain from watching it, honestly.
He's not relevant to the current discussion.
She's a white woman with dreads. I mean, that is part of it, I feel like. People get upset because she is a Swede that has dreads, which is funny because her hair, IRL, according to her, is like that as well.
Yeah. Because it's not like it's an impossible hairstyle for white people to have. White people had it for a lot of human history.
Yeah.
But then they get really pissy. They're like, white people can't have that haircut. It's like, yes, we can. We have for a long time. But that's we'll touch on her as well for sure. But Occo, how has your week been?
Tiring. I've got one more week until I start my new job.
Are you excited?
As excited as I can be. Training is somewhat far away, but that's fine.
Understandable.
Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be good. I think I'm just I'm ready for it. As I told my chat on my last big stream, that it's basically going to be my career job. My hope is that it's the career job, you know?
Dear Cha-Cha doesn't like that AI is being identified as spam and slop, and platforms have bad automated systems in place that flag all VTuber as AI slop content.
I mean, it kind of is. I heard that she was I don't know if complaining is the right word, but she was like bemoaning the fact that AI is basically like ruining the algorithm, and my opinion is it kind of is. You just need to figure out how to like move with the algorithm.
Well, I guess what I would add to that for most people is the algorithm has long since been ruined.
Yeah, it's not any different now.
Yeah, it's just now it's AI ruined instead of really weird, here's my vaguely sexual content targeted towards children ruined.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I don't think that Cha-Cha does that kind of well,
no, I'm not saying Cha-Cha does that content, but I'm saying that's where YouTube is and has been for a while.
Well, I think that YouTube is definitely it definitely wants way more longer form content, I've noticed. It also really wants people to make things that are a little bit more educational, but also entertaining, which is why Mr. Beast is still doing as well as he is whenever he does put out a video.
I think YouTube has realized that, yes, shorts get a lot of views. They make no money.
No, they don't. I mean, I don't think that they're not going on the shorts, off shorts yet.
Oh, they're not going to get rid of shorts, ever. I don't think.
No.
But they acknowledge, in my opinion, that the shorts aren't going to go anywhere necessarily.
No, because it also makes them no money too, because you can't really put advertisements easily in between shorts. Granted, I have premium, so I never see advertisements. Unless you're talking about YouTuber advertisements, which apparently is a lawsuit. But yeah, so I just don't see it.
That's fair, yeah.
Did you hear about that, by the way, that there is somebody suing YouTube over the fact that they were promised no advertisements? However, because YouTubers put advertisements in their videos, that's a breach of their the contract for premium, and so they're going to try and sue for $1 bajillion.
I don't think you could do that.
No, because technically YouTubers fall outside of that radius, which is why I think it's incredibly funny.
Yeah, like it's promising that YouTube won't send you ads.
Yeah.
Not anybody won't have ads on the platform.
Yeah, pretty much. Speaking of which, chat, I have a drink sponsorship that if you want to take advantage of, you can. I'll advertise it on my channel though.
I mean, you might as well go ahead and advertise it here. You've already started.
Oh, fair enough. You can go to Drink Gamer Girl and use hold on, what is it? It is, I think it's just like I can't remember off the top of my head. I'm as tired as Mizu is right now. So but you can go there and use my code and you get a discount on your order, and you also get a flavor that I have, which is really cool. I have my own flavor.
Thank you, Internet Zen. I might actually have to get off my butt, dust off my tools, and draw something to test Leaflit's AI tool. Cha-Cha's AI vid is more the AI algorithm on TikTok and YouTube Shorts is screwing VTubers over. Oh, she might be... They're saying like they might be talking about the AI algorithm. Which... Here's the thing.
Not screwing me over.
AI... Here's what I guess it annoys me with AI. Is currently... AI is fine for small personal projects because it makes a lot of mistakes, like a ton of mistakes. The problem is a bunch of companies have already basically signed on to, our extremely technical, difficult coding that we have. Yeah, we're just going to outsource it completely to AI and maybe have a guy use other AI to double check that it's okay. It's like, no, now stuff is breaking. Because it's not that good yet. And it's the same with a lot of these platforms. People probably saw recently that Discord rolled out an AI to try and check for CSAM on the platform. And instead what happened is it was detecting tile patterns as child abuse imagery. And people were getting permanent bans over it.
Which is hilarious, by the way. More and more, I'm just afraid to touch Discord in any way, shape, and form. Maybe one day I just will stop using it altogether.
It is a bit of a struggle.
Mm-hmm.
And
AI bubble needs to pop. Good luck with that. It's not going to pop the same way people think it will.
Yeah, it's just not happening. And I understand why people want it to happen, but it's just not going to happen.
Well, I think people think that the moment it pops, the prices of RAM will go down, and all of these other things will go down. I hate to tell you, they like it this way, and they're gonna keep it this way, unfortunately. If you want those things to go down, you need to ask other companies to build prefabs so that they can make their own RAM out of silicone wafers, which is fucking expensive. So if you want to like bootstrap a company to build their own like RAM prefabs, I'm sure that somebody will take you on as an investor.
Yeah.
There's only 3 in the world that do it. And they have the monopoly.
RAM prices was more of a problem of we realistically have like 2 or 3 companies that are actually doing anything in the tech space.
Yeah, it's oh fuck. One of them is SK Hynix, one of them is Samsung, and then there's a third one.
Yeah.
There's actually a lawsuit by the government right now because the government is now saying that these companies are performing basically a monopoly because of the price surging. So we might get a RAM like fix because the government is like, hey, we think that you're pricing RAM way too high. believe it or not, Mizu, this is the second time this has happened.
No, I don't necessarily doubt it.
Micron, yes, it's Micron, SK Hynix, and the other one that I literally just forgot about after, even though I said it.
Yeah, this is so like a lot of
Samsung.
people blame it on AI. This is realistically just a problem of having such a closed market for so long.
Yeah, again, when you have multiple people that produce the same thing, then you have a healthy economy. 3 companies that work together to do the same thing is not a healthy economy. That's crony capitalism. And so that's why we have some things the way that they are right now. Same thing with printers, by the way. Printers are kind of a monopoly, and they have the ability to do all that kind of shit as well. Very annoying, in my personal opinion.
Exactly.
Excuse me.
But chat, couple random things tonight, because as usual, we do have random business to touch on.
Random business.
Including some stuff I personally just want to touch on. Like this one that has been driving me nuts all fucking week.
Can you share your screen?
Sorry, I forgot.
Please? You're good.
Go up to Steez.
Oh, you got the big sneeze. Bless you.
Ingo.
Oh boy, the Power World stuff. See, we're a week out of Power World, and now everybody's claiming that Power World is like this is the 69th time. It's just like Sheen from Jimmy Neutron. This is the 69th time you've decided to say that Power World is copying you, Nintendo.
And it is. This one is driving me nuts, right? So with some of the other Power World stuff, I'm like, yeah, I can see how maybe that's inspired by it. Yeah, I can see how that's probably a little too close. For people who don't know what is actually in debate between Penthalis and Kyogre, these are what they're saying look identical.
I mean, the eyes kind of look identical. Like, listen, if you want to zoom in on any Pokemon and then any other animal, you could say that they look hyper-realistic. Kyogre is just a whale with giant arms. I don't know what you want me to say. You know what I mean?
It drives me nuts. This is the first time that somebody said this, and I've been like, I genuinely don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. No, yeah, legitimately, like, it's just really funny because, and you brought this up. I don't want to go too far ahead here on what you're probably going to go on, but you brought up that it's just like, listen, things are so generic with Pokemon. You can say anything is a Pokemon, and spoiler alert, you're probably right. It is a Pokemon.
Yeah, I can hide my screen and pull that up.
Okay.
So I actually did not expect this tweet to go anywhere, chat. It's now at like 2.9 thousand likes because it has, like, you know, pictures on it. There's no repost or anything to it. It's just something random I said. But I said the Power World stuff brings up a complaint I've had with Pokemon that didn't used to exist, and it's only now because of the fans. Pokemon are intentionally designed to be just generic enough that they can be easily recognizable. This is why people can actually remember almost every Pokemon name if they grew up with them. They were intentionally designed to be looked at as normal animals. This is why so many other monster catchers run into that's a Pokemon problem. Not because their design borrows too much from Pokemon, it's because Pokemon is so actually generic that it can be applied to anything. There's a reason most people can instantly recognize what animal a Pokemon is supposed to be without much thought. And I know a bunch of Pokesimps are going to claim this isn't true, but this stuff was outlined in their original design rules for making Pokemon.
And then a bunch of Pokesimps got really pissed off at you.
Yes. A bunch of people are swearing that this is not true. So for people who don't know, the original Pokemon design rules are basically take an animal, sprinkle in some fantastical elements, and make one thing wrong with it. It's specifically in their design rules that's how you're supposed to design a Pokemon. That's why a lot of new Pokemon don't really work very well for people, and why people start to forget their name, because nobody really knows what they are. They're just kind of making random creatures at that point.
Because that's what they are.
Yeah. That was the original Pokemon design rules. You need to take an animal or creature or realistic thing, sprinkle in some fantasy on it, and then make something wrong with it.
Make something wrong with it. What do you? Oh, like the fact that it's very dooming and brooding, or the fact that it's depressed, or some shit like that.
No, so they don't explain it completely, but in the original Pokemon design document, you were supposed to sprinkle in some aspect of the Pokemon that made it look silly and off.
Okay.
And that is what they said would make it more recognizable. I'm trying to think of some good examples of just like one particularly off thing. Possible examples would be the cheeks on Pikachu, the 2 bright red dots,
Right.
which don't go at all with the rest of its design, but it makes it pop. It makes it stand out.
I hate that Pikachu. Whenever somebody says Pikachu, I just think of that. It's Pikachu line. I hate it so much.
You have Quagsire and Clodsire, which are these big, kind of Mudskipper type looking Pokemon. But then they have these tiny little blank faces.
They are the bestest of boys.
Yeah.
Also, Wooper. I was given a Wooper by Internet Zen Master. It's finally sitting in my room. I decided to hide it right next to the Clodsire, and it looks perfect.
Alakazam Spoon. Actually, I believe the thing with Alakazam is like his weird mustache. I think that's what is supposed to be his off trait.
Can I be honest with you? The Alakazam mustache made me think some things about him that are probably not too nice.
Do you think he was a predator?
No, not a predator. I just thought that his mustache made him look some sort of ethnicity.
Well, I mean, he was supposed to be based off Yuri Geller.
Yeah.
Which then got them sued. Fun fact, one of the first 151 Pokemon got Nintendo sued for plagiarism.
Which is very funny in my personal opinion.
And then Alakazam got like locked in the vault for years before they finally let his ass back out. The 3 Pokemon throughout history that have been in trouble and got locked in a vault to not be shown in like public media for a while was Abra, Kadabra, and Alakazam as a collective because of the Yuri Geller lawsuit. Jinx, because looked like blackface, which is why Jinx is purple now.
Which is hilarious.
Yeah.
Wait, now it's purple face? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, now it's purple face. And Porygon for the episode that gave kids seizures.
See, and here's the thing that's funny. Like, nobody really cares if they look slightly like other things. Because people have been saying that Pokemon look like different animals for years. The problem is just when you've got these Nintendo fanboys that whine, bitch, and moan that only their game can be the original one. Only they are allowed to have their stuff be original. And if you copy it in any way, shape, or form, you must be evil or some shit like that.
Mm-hmm. But no, it's what about Mr. Popo?
Oh gosh.
Yeah, Jinx got snapped out of existence after Pokemon Snap.
Yeah.
And it's not that these Pokemon were completely removed. It's that the company softly distanced themselves from them for a while.
I mean, nowadays you'll see some Pokemon cards with them, but like, kind of rare.
Well, no, Alakazam has made it back into cards a lot.
Yeah.
He even got a promo card with some of the new sets. But it was literally for like a decade, they would not touch any of them.
Yeah, I have a promo card with him. I think it came in the 151 set.
Yep. But this has been driving me nuts with fucking this, because every time I see it, I'm like, I genuinely do not see it. And people are like, oh, well, the eyes are the same. Well, somebody sent me a couple pictures of whales in other series to be like, oh, we'll see, like, Pal World could have done something unique, but they didn't. Which, first off, I don't believe is a good argument. But second off, it showed me that for some reason, whenever a game does a whale creature, they almost always have yellow eyes with black scleras.
Really?
Yeah, so it turns out this design for Kyogre's eyes is not even uncommon
Original.
among whales. Apparently, it's just a common theming for whale eyes, and I'm
funny.
not fully sure why.
I was thinking of the great fish from that Zelda game.
Yeah,
One of my favorites.
Ah, shit, losing my voice. But yeah, somebody replied to one of my tweets with whales, and apparently yellow whale eyes is kind of common, and I don't really know why.
I don't know. That is kind of funny, though.
There's a whale Digimon. There's multiple whale Digimon. I also, this one made me laugh. So this guy's tweet kind of took off where he says 10 whale gods with the color palettes and runic symbols that will not look like Kyogre made in 1 hour. The funny part is a lot of the replies to this are pointing out how every single one of these was taken from another game. Me personally, I know top right, middle right, and bottom left all come from other games. Somebody told me that middle left is a Genshin one as well. So it was just funny that people were just posting like, yeah, no, you say all of these are totally original, but I can find right now other games that use like this exact same design.
That is hilarious.
And that was along the lines of what my reply was, is you need to understand that we have literally millennia's worth of art at this point, and all of the access to that art is at all of our fingertips at all times.
Yeah.
So it doesn't help, you know. Everything's going to be copied at some point.
Yeah, everybody's copying everybody. It's just an inevitability. You got to be okay with it.
So I've got to also say this. People have been posting this video around, which these are 2 of the boss fights in Pal World, by the way.
Oh, fuck. I guess this is spoilers.
Well, it's whatever. But this one here, I think it's Shenlong. I can't remember his exact name. People are now saying that this one is stolen from Rayquaza.
Why? Because of the fight?
No, because of the circular symbol on the tail.
Okay. Are people not allowed to have long dragon like creatures? Okay. Unironically, do you know who Fing Fang Foom is? I might have brought this up with you. I don't know.
Oh yeah, this is by the way, one of the ones that people kept sharing around to say, look how identical they look, and it's like they don't.
Here, let me get a picture. Actually, that's not a perfect picture, but that's a decent picture. Okay, so Fing Fang Foom is an original Marvel Dragon-esque character, and he's supposed to be based off of specific dragons or just kind of like, I don't know if Japanese or Chinese dragons is accurate, but he's like supposed to be a giant dragon-esque kind of creature. I don't think he's directly a dragon, but he's kind of like a dragon. And it's just like, man, you guys are reaching. I can compare anything to anything, and it's just like, if Nintendo is not suing over this, because they didn't, why are you guys getting so pissed off?
Yeah.
I don't know. It just feels like such a heavy reach to me these days. People will do, I don't know. People will do anything to get upset, I guess you could say. But I'm not really that surprised that people will be getting upset over anything.
Yeah, like, you keep having people say this. It's like, well, you know, Game Freak did 2 different whales, and they don't look similar at all. Yeah, and Penthalis doesn't look anything like Kyogre. That's the point. It doesn't look anything like it.
I mean, yeah, because there's multiple different whale types in the world.
I was trying to see if it would just kind of pop up as I scrolled.
Holy cow, people are
Oh, you had
so badly.
This guy, somebody AI generated this image, and a guy posted it as a joke, and then a bunch of people started sharing it around as if it was serious.
Really?
Yep.
Oh my gosh, people are so retarded.
And as people have also mentioned, the whale is not new. This was the whale as shown in its original demo footage years ago when Power World was first announced.
And yet people are like reeing right now.
Yeah, no one cared originally.
Okay.
And then like
Okay.
you showed people posting tons of different whale images and like, see, look how much more unique it could be. And it's like, so is Pandalis. Pandalis doesn't look like fucking Kyogre. I don't understand why you guys are like so lost on this. Literally don't look anything alike.
No, I would agree. Again, the eyes are really the closest thing you're gonna get. There is enough original about it where I'm just like, dude, it's just a whale with giant arms, man.
Yeah. It drives me nuts. All week this has driven me up the wall because I feel like everybody else is blind and stupid.
I mean, listen, you know how often you could like point to something and say people are blind and stupid, and it's just like, well, I know you're right. People are blind and stupid, Mizu.
Yeah. It's just, it drives me nuts.
Trust me, I know how you feel.
Thank you, Internet Zen says the PAL literally looks closer to the Rayquaza. Where are they getting the Kyogre comparison? Thank you, Magma, member for 18 months. Says hoi hoi, 1.5 years. Smiley face, or kitty face.
That's crazy. Kitty face. Yeah, that's crazy.
Thank you, Cecil, for the $1. Much appreciated.
Very much so.
Magma has another 2. AI cores, they're the only thing I despise in PAL World. They are difficult to make.
I believe it.
Thank you, Artemis. That's why all the new Pokemon evolve into furries. Kinda true, yeah.
I mean, they've kind of lost. What else do they have these days, I guess, to evolve into?
Yeah. And then Wolfsbane...
We're kind of running out of ideas.
Wolfsbane says, wasn't even Porygon's fault, it was Pikachu. That's the funny part for people who don't know about Electric Warrior Porygon. The scene that caused people to have seizures was actually Pikachu using Thunderbolt. But for some reason, they just kind of blamed it on Porygon and then shoved him into the closet for years.
Aw, poor guy, he's gone.
Yeah, even though he didn't actually do anything.
That sucks.
Also, I'll show this just because get a better picture of it. There's not like a perfectly good picture, but I could pull this one up maybe. So for the one they're saying now looks like Rayquaza, it's this one, which is Xiaolong.
Bro, that is such a reach!
And they're specifically saying it because of the symbols down the side of the body.
I swear, some people just want to rage bait, you know?
What's funny is this is the one that was in their 1.0 reveal trailer. So people have actually known about this one for months. They're only just now complaining about it. Even though we've literally seen him months ago.
That is such a fantastic reach. Holy cow.
Yeah, it is, it's not. And it's so annoying that you have to, we have to deal with this all the time on Twitter. Just constant spam. Anytime you talk about Power World, it's, you know they stole everything, right? Like, shut up. Shut up.
That's just so annoying, man.
But that's all that there really is for Power World right now, is just people bitching and moaning like they always do.
Yeah.
I typically find the game pretty fun, so I kind of don't care.
I mean, it's pretty fun for me right now. I'm slowly getting into it, you know? Just trying to see why some pals are kind of retarded and fixing it.
I have played Power World for 409 hours. So that is probably the best endorsement you're going to get on it from me.
Yeah.
It's one of my top 10 most played, I think, right now.
Fair. I mean, it is a pretty fun game.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if it says it in my game list, if I sort it by time played.
What the hell? Oh, you're hungry, that's why.
I
think the server is struggling right now, I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah, but it'll shut down in about 30 minutes. So ignoring VTube Studio, which does not count, My most played games are Warframe, Mabinogi, Dota 2, Terraria, Final Fantasy 14, Starbound, Skyrim, and then Palworld.
Oh, all of my pals decided to pick on a level 30 pal when they're only like level 20.
Yeah.
Why would they do that?
I will play 1.0 soon after the bloody tropical storm leaves. Stay safe wherever you are at, and I wish you luck.
Why are you guys doing that? Stay away from the level 30 pal. You are not good enough yet.
Starbound? Yeah, I played a lot of Starbound, specifically a mod overhaul called Fracking Universe. Which, if you play Starbound, I would recommend do like a one playthrough pretty quick and then download Fracking Universe, and it just is so much better. I have almost 700 hours in Starbound.
Starbound's pretty good though.
Yeah. Well, it's a big jump, right? So Palworld is 400, Elder Scrolls is 600, Starbound is 700, and then Final Fantasy, Terraria, and Dota 2 are all about 950. Mabinogi then jumps up to 1,423.
I think I know what you enjoy.
And then Warframe jumps up to 1,705.
Oh. So when are you going back to Warframe then?
I already last played July 14th.
Fair.
That, and that doesn't track all of my time in it because I played Warframe for years before it was ever on Steam. Founder. I wouldn't put it up that much higher though, maybe 2,500.
Mizu, one of the pals you gave me literally builds something instantly. It's kind of terrifying.
Yeah, I maxed him out. I worked hard on that pal.
I appreciate that your gift. It is not going unused.
Did you hear that Obsidian has Fallout now? So I'm gonna have to look into that because I don't know the exact of it. But for people who don't know, Obsidian is... I thought it was that they were being contracted to make a new Fallout game because they did not really trust the current company with it to make something that's like gonna make money. The problem is I don't trust Obsidian anymore either. The trust they do get is, I believe, one of the original Fallout creators is involved. Is it a different Obsidian than I'm thinking of?
I guess we'll have to wait and see them.
Obsidian also made Avowed, so I can't say I'm excited. Yeah, no, that's what I mean.
That's right, they did make Avowed, and that was such shit.
I'm not saying Obsidian isn't trying, and I'm not necessarily saying that they're worse than Bethesda. But with Bethesda, I know what I'm getting. With Obsidian, right. I'm kind of dice rolling if it's shit or not. You know?
Yeah.
And lately it's been like coming up snake eyes every time with Obsidian. I can't really trust them. With Bethesda, I know that I'm going to get a decent enough project that I'll probably enjoy and will mod the shit out of. They were in the middle of going for Avowed 2 and Xbox was like, no, do Fallout now.
I want to say that, I don't think it was them, but somebody like came out and said, hey, we're just going to make this game, even though we were told we don't have the money for it. And we're just going to hope that they kind of approve it regardless when they see that it's doing good.
And how did that go?
I don't know. I just barely heard that. It might have been them. I couldn't tell you though.
Will you, Mizu? Will you get a project, or will you spend the next 15 years waiting for it to drop? I don't know what you mean. I don't wait for games. If something comes out, I'll try it, and if it sucks, it sucks.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, I am... as much as I liked Skyrim, I was not waiting for like Elder Scrolls 6 because I knew that shit was never going to come out, and it's not coming out. Like they're not doing anything with it.
Come on, Mizu, stop saying that. You're gonna kill everybody's hopium. Even though it's probably deserved, I'm gonna be honest. We don't deserve it.
Oh, with Bethesda, I know we'll get a project that is. No, I just mean that if Bethesda releases something, I know like roundabout what the quality is. It's kind of like. So I've heard this before for people that have to travel across the country a lot. Is they will typically, when they choose to stop for food, they will choose to stop at like a regular fast food place, like a McDonald's or a Chick-fil-A or a Wendy's.
Because they know.
And that's because McDonald's, Chick-fil-A, Wendy's, and all of those major corporations have somewhat of a default standard that every store needs to meet. That doesn't mean every store meets them, but if you roll the dice walking into a McDonald's, 99 times out of 100, it's exactly the same as the McDonald's that's in your hometown. Like, there's very little problem with it. Now, if you go to a, like, privately owned restaurant, of which there is only one, you're kind of... It could be the most amazing place you've ever eaten, or there could be a reason it's got a C taped to the front door.
Right. And that's why nobody goes beyond that.
Yeah. Love watching your podcast.
Right.
Thank you. It's much appreciated.
Oh, very, very much appreciated.
But that's where I am. Todd and Bethesda are McDonald's. And Obsidian is one of those ratty restaurants you see when you're driving through a town and nobody's in the parking lot.
It might be really good, or it might be really, really, really bad.
Yeah. Maybe there's a reason nobody's there. Or maybe people just didn't want to give it a chance. But do you want to give it a chance? And with games,
no.
I will. But with food, I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm not in the mood to end up like whoever ate Taco Bell this time is.
Speaking of which, people might have found out the problem with Taco Bell, and it's the lettuce, not the meat.
Oh, people knew that.
I mean, I kind of figured that too. I talked about this with some friends. Depending on the lettuce you get, it is actually bad for you because some lettuce is mostly water, and you can't just eat that lettuce because it will fuck you up.
Yeah. You gotta cook your lettuce.
Yeah, well, cook your lettuce or have different lettuce altogether. This is why I'm very selective with my greens, because not every single green that's edible is good for you, in my personal opinion. A lot of them are, but some of them you shouldn't eat. That's why I like Brussels sprouts and steamed broccoli with good butter, and asparagus are my favorite greens because they actually are decent. You know what I mean? But not lettuce. I refuse to eat lettuce.
Fair. Give me a sec. Gotta list something out. Oh, did you put something inside chat?
I put a couple things inside.
Oh yeah,
chat.
we'll touch on that in a minute.
You don't have to bring this up, but we can talk about it. Chat. So the 30th anniversary of Pokemon is coming up. On the realm of Pokemon. By the way, don't get it. I am probably not gonna. I mean, like, if I get lucky and I'm able to find some cards in the store for MSRP, I'll do it. I've heard rumors that Pokemon is going to push the 30th anniversary of Pokemon for over a year. They are just printing the 30th anniversary into the ground. I'm being told, like, literally, they are printing the 30th anniversary into the ground, to the point where it is the most out there. Some people actually predict that the reason why it's been hard to get your hands on some product is because they are doing nothing but the 30th anniversary. Well, some product is already leaking onto the market, even though it's not supposed to come out till September, when the 30th anniversary actually is. And so people are already putting cards on the market and trying to sell them in stores. And I saw somewhere that some fucking idiot is trying...
Give me a sec.
Okay. You gonna bring that up?
No, I'm doing this.
Hope they print it.
What's that?
Oh.
I didn't know we added that as like a safety feature. Nobody told
No,
me.
that's fair.
Can I watch this on like YouTube or just put the visual on or so
Oh,
they
here
can see?
I was sharing my
guys-
screen for my
Oh,
twatter.
thank you.
Just the random stuff we were talking about.
We're talking about Pokemon and how it's cooked right now.
Dude, my favorite card game, I haven't been able to play it at all. And it sucks because me and my mom really got into it. But the scalping situation is just insane. Like it's crazy.
Oh, 100%.
Agreed. I've gone back to
Oh
Magic.
yeah. 1 second, let me.
Oh,
All
so
right, sorry about that.
is your Fuji using your new thing?
Oh, do you want me to change it?
No, I was just asking.
Yes, it is. Is it nuking your computer? I don't know if it is.
Oh no, it doesn't affect me at all.
Okay.
I immediately recognized it. It looks pretty nice.
Thank you.
Oh, it looks really good.
Yeah, it's like a. This is honestly what we made it for originally. It was actually originally called Fugi Tool, and it was like supposed to do like that specifically. And then it started blowing up people's computers because it was too like too PC intensive basically.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And that was kind of what caused the shift, really.
Yeah, and I was curious because I saw you say you're like, I am not a programmer. I am just doing this as I go. So kind of like, how did it come like about? Because I wanted to ask about that.
Like how did okay, so the whole story of like why we made it and stuff like that.
I mean, yeah, sure.
Yeah,
I don't know
sure.
if you said it talked about it anywhere else, but yeah.
No, I have. So hold on, let me put you guys up. Like you guys have Fugis as well, right?
Oh
I
yeah.
do.
Sorry, let me throw those up.
As long as you're
and
fine
then
with my
I'll
little
explain
I
it.
think it's still my Andy and Lele one.
It could be whatever you want, I suppose. Hold on, how do I group? There we go. That's cute.
Oh yeah.
I
Okay.
think mine is. I think mine's just a yippee.
Yes, you should animate that. Or actually, I don't know. It
gosh.
depends. How mad do you want people to be at you? But
I don't think the people that hate that shit already hate me, so I don't really care. I'll have to figure out how to do it.
yeah. So okay. So the story behind it, right, was okay. So it started off as we made this tool for spriting for our lore website because a lot of people were telling us, oh, you know, it's really hard to get into the lore for Angel Sword and like the tabletop, and so we were like, okay, this patch for the game we're going to focus on lore. So we started making like this lore website, and you could check it out. It's at clio.angelsword.com, CLIO.angelsword.com if you want to look at it. And basically it is like a game, right? Or it's like a visual novel and it has like characters and stuff. And we originally created it as the AS sprite tool. So it was like a tool to make like sprites for that system. And then after that, we're like, wait a minute, we can use this to make cool Fugis, right? So we're like, okay, let's add like a Fugi function, right? So we added a Fugi function.
Mhm.
And then after that, it's like, oh, well, we can use this to make like, what if we used it to make like animated Fugis, right? That'd be kind of cool. So then we did that. And after that, everyone loved it. So we were like, oh, let's like use it to make like custom ones for when we play games and stuff like that. But it started blowing up people's computers because
Right.
GIFs are very heavy. They're very big, right? And when you have like, you know, 2 or 3 of these on screen at a time, loading up multiple states, right? Multiple talk states at the same time.
Yeah.
It just annihilated people's computers. And so I have one friend who's like an up and coming VTuber. This is like the funny story about it, which I just laugh at it all the time. But one of my friends, Waha, he wanted to get into streaming and he got convinced. Sorry, this backstory is relevant. So like he wanted to get into streaming and, you know, my friend Rana convinced him to do it. and everyone's kind of encouraging him to do it. And the reason why is because he doesn't have a job right now, and that's because he cuts trees. Well, he lives in the middle of buttfuck Egypt in Canada, and he cuts trees, and that's how he makes money. But they lost his company didn't get his contract, so like he was gonna go work in like, I don't know, like the coal mines or something, right? Geez. And we were like, bro, what? You're gonna work in the coal mines? And he's like, yeah, I think I don't want to work in the mines, man. We were like, oh shit, right? So we're like, dude, maybe we should like help him a little bit with this, right? So we started helping him with AI assets, because this guy's like really poor. This guy's Native American, by the way. And like he's been poor like his whole life. Like this guy had no food, and he was like living off of moose donations. Like his tribe would kill a moose and would give him some, and he would catch fish with his bare hands because he didn't have like a fishing pole. Yeah,
that's kind of neat.
He didn't have a fishing pole and shit, and he'd be like, yeah, you know, I'd go into the lake or river or whatever, and I would just catch it with my hands because I didn't have anything. And then like, you know, then I'd bring it home and my aunt would cook it, but only if I caught stuff. And I was like, wait, so you just don't eat shit if like, you know? But anyway, so that was kind of it. And so we were like, let's help this guy out. And so I was like, well, why don't we make this as like a dedicated VTuber software that has like face tracking and stuff like that, right? Because he has a phone, so like we could make it work that way, right? Or maybe we could just get him like a broken phone or something like that, if his phone doesn't work.
Yeah.
And so we just started developing it from there, basically. Like, oh, like this sprite works, and I just love using that story because I get to say like, you guys want to take away his, you guys are very anti-Native American. It's fucking hilarious. I love saying it.
Oh, that's funny.
But yeah, that's where it came from. And then we're just like, oh well, you know, it's pretty cool. People like it. People like the emote system I added to it. Why don't we just release it for everyone to use? Because everyone was like getting really interested. Like, what is that? Like, what did you make? I was like, oh, it's like this like system I managed. Like trying to make it for my friend so that like he can have like, you know, his character as because he already has a character, right? He already like made one with Rana. And anyway, that's the story.
Fair.
That's pretty whole. I'm gonna be honest. A lot of innovation kind of comes about by wanting to finish something or complete something or do something for someone else. So that's pretty cool in my personal opinion.
Thank you.
So why did you piss off the entire world?
Oh, it's because it's AI. It uses AI. It doesn't actually have to use AI, which is the funny part. It's actually it just needs video, basically, right? So you had the steps of making a video. You have to make the character design, then you have to make the still image, and then from there you have to make the video, right? That kind of maps onto these different controls.
Yeah.
And you can use handmade art if you want for it, but you know.
Right. Oh no, yeah, of course. And I'm assuming that basically what you did is you just like decided to pop in some AI assets that you were able to make very easily.
Yes. Exactly.
Yeah, it's been so I know somebody mentioned that you didn't even know you were like getting hate for it at first. Like somebody had to tell you that people were hating on you for it. And,
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I get hated on for everything, so.
Well, true.
It all kind of does go over my head sometimes, but every now and then it is kind of fun to get in there and just kind of meme, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah. I was thinking, it seemed like part of the reason, like you might not have known, is not just that you get hate for stuff, but for some reason people were more upset at Banana Juju.
Oh yeah. So. That was funny. It was because I was talking to Banana Juju is like a good friend of mine, and we were just talking about it, and she saw the system, and I told her like, you want it? I can give it to you early. And so I went to try to help her with that, and then I guess she posted it, and then there's a bug. I fixed that bug literally right after.
Oh, you mean where
the one where it shows one frame of the blue screen? Yeah, there was like an issue where it was not doing the first frame. Yeah. But yeah, and then so I just gave it to her, and then so she put it up, and people got super mad at her. Yeah, that. Yeah, right there. Yeah, it's at the first frame, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
She's cool. I've had her on stream once or twice before, so she's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, she's great. She's very fun.
it threw me off a bit because yeah, she posted it, but she's clearly like quote tweeting you, like so people know that it came from you, pretty much. But then she got all of like the hate.
I think she looks more hateable because she's got like the monkey theme and the dreadlocks, you know.
I guess
people are still saying she's racist for the dreads, even though Vikings had dreads and back in the early days. So
yeah, exactly.
People love to hate.
Yeah, she just looks a lot more hateable than me, I think, in terms of like the things that would trigger, you know, the right people, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the reason why, probably.
Then you had people saying just random shit, like girl really just folded, became a Trump AI supporting chud after people dogged on her model.
I mean, to be honest, like, okay, you know what? There's actually a little bit of truth to that. Like, let's be fair. I think a lot of people were a lot more political neutral, and then just seeing like how vile I keep saying it, these people are their worst enemies. They create all of their worst enemies. They're making them themselves.
Well, wasn't that kind of your story? Like you were way more politically neutral, and then like a lot of people just like were kind of hating, and you kind of was like, what the fuck is going on here?
Well, I've always been into politics, like privately, right? Or I watched Charlie Kirk. I used to watch like Daily Wire, you know, Matt Walsh, all of that stuff.
That is a sin. I'm sorry.
Matt Walsh, dude. I used to watch. Well, this was a long time ago. I don't really watch it anymore.
You're good.
But
I'm joking,
I actually used to watch Matt Walsh when he was in the car.
Yeah.
Matt Walsh originally was a dude in the car doing a podcast, and that's when I used to watch him.
Right.
But anyway, so like I was, you know, always interested in Charlie Kirk, like, all of these different videos like Hive Mind and you know, Crowder, Benny. I was always watching these people.
Yeah.
And I just was not really open about it. Like I just didn't really talk about it. Well, for multiple reasons. One, I had this idea in my head that that's not what a VTuber is supposed to do, right? I had that thought in my head because everybody was saying it. And then everybody told me it was a bad idea. Like literally everyone was telling me you cannot talk about that stuff. But I would still talk about it like late at night though. And like I'd play video games late at night on stream and I'd talk about this stuff. And yeah, I just didn't do it on like the beginning of the stream, right? Yeah. And then I think what happened was Hogwarts Legacy happened, and I was like, man, you guys are so fucking annoying, right? And then it was like at that point I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna say what I'm thinking.
Yeah, no, that's very fair.
Oh, you know, the Hogwarts Legacy was terrible.
Yeah, it just like slowly started like just being, you know, just saying more what I was thinking to the point, and I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm just gonna say whatever I want now.
Yeah.
Well, I know our first thing with any real politics on the channel, because we only ever did VTuber drama, was, and part of VTuber drama is when Trump got elected the second time, people were flipping out in the VTuber space. So we covered it. And then you had tons of people showing up being like, oh, what are you, like, just Trump supporters or something? No, but you guys are really funny. The way you talk about it.
Yeah. So I mean, you kind of get it. It was sort of like, okay, well, you know, you guys are with them creating all of their own worst nightmares, basically. Yeah, they do this constantly, right? Like if you look at the sentiment, the total sentiment, I'm not talking about myself, but if you look at the sentiment on the streets, and by on the streets I mean on the internet, you see people that were previously, I mean, I know people personally, and you know, maybe you guys have experience with this. I know people personally who are like very, very like okay with, you know, LGBT stuff. They were kind of a little bit more, you know, neutral on that kind of stuff. And then just being hammered with it like day in and day out, and like, oh, you're a fucking, you know, unless you 100% agree with me on everything, you're like literally a fascist Nazi. And
literally
it's just
Hitler.
Like, yeah, literally Hitler. And I've seen people go, okay, you know what? Oh, also, like, the other thing that really flipped a lot of people was the whole white people bad thing.
Oh, yeah.
Right. And then you just have a bunch of people saying, well, you know, I'm white, and what the fuck? I didn't do anything. And then I saw people in real time go from, I am accepting of, you know, LGBT thing to like, you know what, fuck all of you guys. If this is how it's going, then I choose my people. You guys can go burn in hell.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what's been happening.
I mean, I've tried to explain this to people for a long time, and I see a lot of whiny people on Twitter, especially recently, where I'm just like, you guys are going to end up etching yourselves out of the equation, because like there are multiple people, myself included, that are fine with people that want to be alternative or want to be different. Yet then you've got freaks that want to go out there and try to be subversive, try to be weird, try to say that I'm something that I'm not, which is weird. And it's just like, you make yourself unpalatable. You make yourself uncool to be around. And it's just like, I don't know what to tell you. You did this to yourself.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even really think it's even an issue of people, you know, wanting to be furries or wanting to be trans or being trans or anything. I don't think anyone really cares. I think where people care is when it's like, I'm this, you will address me with a respect. You will do this. You will do this. You will bend the knee. And that's where people are like, okay, that's a little bit too far. You're trying to tell me what I can or can't say when it's rooted in reality. Well, it's not even about being kind anymore or anything like that, right? Go ahead, sorry.
But no, like a lot of people also forget it's people that are a part of these groups that also are the ones saying the same kind of stuff. Like, I'll say crap about, like, God, all these gay people are really annoying. And they're like, oh, so you're homophobic? I have a boyfriend. Like,
yeah.
I have a boyfriend, but we're not, like, gay, like you're gay. We're not like, oh, I need a rainbow flag everywhere. Every person I show up to, the first thing I say is, hi, I'm gay, by the way, so you should know that. Like, it's annoying. Stop acting that way.
Incredibly annoying.
But one thing I keep talking about in regards to this is like, why does it matter? Like, it would be weird if you had straight people always talking about that kind of stuff. To like the first thing they would talk about is like, by the way, I like to stick my dick in like pussy. Like, it's like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what? This is why I started calling
people that are like that too, because you've got all the chud maxing people that are like that.
Oh yeah. I mean, totally.
We used to call them jocks, and we used to all agree that they were assholes.
And that you make fun of them.
Yeah.
That's why I started calling like pride. I would just call it dick man butt pride. Because I was like, that's what it is, right? And so like I would just say that, like, oh, I made a song for Pride Month. It was like a ukulele song. It's like singing about dick man butt.
Confirmed Leaflit straightest person in the podcast.
I would say so.
I'm like, okay, so yeah, I'm pretty much. Actually, I like guys mostly.
I remember our conversation when I brought you on last time, and it's just like, I don't know, maybe.
Chat, here's the mistake you all make. There isn't a single woman in the world who isn't a little bit gay.
Yeah, it's true. I just find women, this is the truth. You know, I might get canceled for this one, but the truth is I find women incredibly annoying. So it's like the reason why I can't really, what I mean by that is it's not, like, for me personally, it's difficult because women are really mean.
Exactly.
And like, I want to let my guard down. You know what I mean? Like, when I have a person that I'm with, I want to let my guard down, and I don't want to get like, you know, I don't want to get this passive aggressive, like, you know, negging from them, right?
Right.
So it's like, it's just, man.
You can get either that, or you can tell them something personal, and then a week later, they'll be like, remember that personal thing you told me? Well, you're a bitch for that. It's like,
yeah, I can't deal with that. It's just so annoying, you know? So that's the reason. Like, I think women are very beautiful, and this is why I like anime waifus. I think anime waifus are peak. But it's like, when it comes to like real women, they're just very mean.
Oh, they're cruel. They'll tear you down.
The real world sucks, don't you know?
Yep.
It just sucks.
Women are organisms of attraction, so of course they'll be attracted to another woman to some degree. No, so we've actually done studies on this, by the way. I don't know how many people know this. Women actually do, on the whole, have more flexible sexualities than men. So they basically found that while most women are bisexual, if you get a guy that's like either straight or gay, he will be hardline straight or hardline gay 9 times out of 10.
Right.
It makes sense though. Do you know why?
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 So if you think of it like historically, like women had to have different modes in terms of their sexuality, and like there's I don't have it on me, but like you can look up like the historical logic that follows this, is that women had to have 2 different modes in terms of sexuality, because women were either the wife that was like at home and you had like the one monogamous relationship, or they were subjected to things like slavery, where they had to deal with basically being raped constantly. Right. And so what happens is, this is why you see women with like, they have a mode where they switch into having like this sort of abuse fetish. Right. And it's because
she said it, not me.
No, it protects you from it protects you from those scenarios, right? Because like you're gonna have to psychologically survive. The people that did psychologically survive, the people that did physically and psychologically survive, are the genes that were from people that were able to adapt to that situation. Yeah. So if you think of it that way, it makes a lot more sense.
Oh no, 100%. It's just I can't say it because I have a penis. I will get in trouble.
Yeah, it's retarded. So it's just historically, like, it makes sense, right, when you think about it.
Oh, 100%.
So anyway, so to go further with that, right, it's you have that mode where you have to accept being polygamous, which means other women.
Right.
Yes, that's how it ties in, basically. It's like the polygamy/monogamy switch.
I'm gonna give people the clip they want. Hello, chat. Welcome to the VTuber Red Pill podcast.
Well, I think the more we're aware of our... this is the thing I find so funny about this, is I feel like the more that we're aware of our biology, we're aware of these like psychological things that we have that humanity has in order to survive, the more we can understand it and we can act on it in a better way. It's the same thing with like discrimination, right? So I did the whole music video about discrimination that made a lot of people mad, but it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's a human trait that we have that helps us to survive. Now, whether or not you go full animal with it and you let yourself become subjected, like to be a slave to that inclination of biology, now there's a problem, right? So it's like it's being aware of it and being able to temper it.
Chat, don't wish being Coach Red Pill on me.
Oh gosh, no, fuck off.
I don't want to die in Ukraine.
Yeah. Very mean of you, chat.
Do you know about him, Leaflit?
Wait, what happened?
So there was a guy called Coach Red Pill back in the YouTuber skeptic days. But it was right when the YouTuber skeptics were starting to get way more political instead of just talking about like, you know, feminist and video games and shit.
Yeah.
And a guy popped up called Coach Red Pill, who was probably one of the earliest examples of like Red Pill YouTuber.
Really?
Before it became like super common for just like all these jock guys to have a Red Pill podcast.
Mm-hmm.
But when the Russia-Ukraine war broke out, he was a super duper like Russia simp and decided that he was going to go to Ukraine to spy for Russia. We don't know exactly what happened. We know for a fact he is dead.
What the hell? Oh, jeez.
Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah, we don't know what happened. We know he went to Ukraine and he never came back.
Just because he vanished?
We do know that the trans person that was like speaking on behalf of Ukraine for a while came out and was very passionately against Coach Red Pill.
I
don't know how many people remember that individual. They were kind of creepy. Although apparently they detransitioned and went back to being a man after they went back to America, which is kind of funny.
Chad has corrected me. He moved to Ukraine before the war. He was still a Russian spy though.
He wanted to be at the very least. He was expecting that they were going to take over the big city in like one day.
Yep.
I don't know much about all of that stuff, like the I guess skeptic community, or Malcolm talked to me about this a bit. but I didn't really know much about it. Like I play games and watch anime basically, right? Like
No, I feel you. It was something I was
Yeah.
involved in for a while because I was a dumb kid, and I was like, "We're gonna change the world. We're gonna change the world. We're gonna, we're gonna make Donald Trump tweet about Gamergate."
Oh my gosh. We can get Donald Trump to just tweet Gamergate. The libs
look
are
at
going to
where we're
lose
at.
their mind.
look where we're at right now, though.
Yeah,
Look where the culture has taken over. Like the gamer culture, the whatever you want to call it, the 4chan internet gamer culture has taken over. It has won, and this is why you see the White House posting memes, literal memes that we would have posted back in the day. They're doing it like officially.
I will say the
Yeah.
White House account doing that has been very funny.
It's great. I love it.
Sometimes cringe, but also very funny.
Yeah, like I can't be mad about it.
Yeah.
Oh no, I can't be mad about it. I just think that sometimes it's incredibly cringe what they decide to post.
Mizu was the right-wing version of say trans rights now. When I was in high school, I was super far left. Like ridiculously far
Mhm.
left. I grew out of that, but I was for a while.
I think it's reasonable to be left when you're younger because it really plays to like your emotions, right? And it's when you're tempered by reality that you kind of you start to kind of understand more how the world, you start to understand human nature basically, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's what turns people more into. And I think some people are I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I think one of the biggest revelations to me has just been that people are just dumb.
Oh yeah.
Like just actually so stupid, far more stupid than I really could have possibly imagined. And every time I think it's like actually rock bottom, it just keeps getting worse. And so I think some people are just incapable of thinking beyond their feelings.
Yeah.
You are correct.
I have no problem admitting my my breakaway was probably still like feelings based. Because after we like left high school, we had this one black dude we were all really close friends with, who was constantly posting on Facebook about how like horrendous high school was for him, that everybody around him was deeply racist and evil and treated him like shit. It's like we were all like nerdy gamers sitting in the corner talking about anime, and everybody treated you just fine. What the fuck are you talking about?
Like, how can you point out the racism on your body, please?
Yeah, we're all sitting here like, what do you mean? What did we do to you, dude?
I don't think it's about any sort of reality. It's about power.
Yeah,
I would agree.
Suppose.
Yeah.
I would definitely agree with that.
It was just the first thing that like broke me out of it, and I was like, what? Is this really like how you feel about us? After like all this, that we did with you?
Wait, so they were posting it online? Like, was it to you guys?
They were posting it on Facebook, and we were
Like,
all
at
friends.
you guys, or
No, it's because we were all friends in school, and everybody knew we were all friends. So whenever he would post it, it would just be like, "So is like this how you guys treated him? Because like you're his friends."
I see. To be honest, I don't think you guys had anything to do with it. Like I don't even think you guys are a part of that equation. It was probably not even related to you guys at all. It was probably just saying it to gain power with the general like internet or with whatever groups they had online.
Yeah.
And I think you guys are just getting bussed for the purposes of that power. I don't think they actually meant it in terms of like, there's no logic behind it. Basically, it's not real. It's purely a play to gain internet sympathy.
Yeah,
which is power.
Oh no, I 100% think that.
Yeah.
I just think at the time you don't recognize it, and you're just like, so am I nothing to you then?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are like this, to be honest. Like, they don't really care about their friends. I'm gonna be honest. Like, a lot of people don't actually. They're only your friends until it's convenient to burn you, basically, and then they'll burn you. That's how most people are.
Oh, trust me, you've covered enough VTuber drama to know that.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, of course. You guys would know out of all the people, I think.
I mean, I just recently covered a drama in the Christian VTuber sphere where these Christian VTubers were like arguing with each other because one is saying that she's being copied by the other one, and the other one is like, bro, I literally just got done with the surgery. What the fuck are you talking about right now?
Yeah, it's everywhere. It's all over the internet. It's left, right. There's always this kind of power play. This is, by the way, this is why I don't hang out with people. By the way, this is why I kind of mostly keep to myself, and I'm like, I don't really seek interactions with new people. It's the reason I'm like that.
No, that's fair.
Yeah, we have to chase Leaflit down.
I hang out with you guys now. I mean, I feel pretty comfortable around you guys. That's the honest truth. Yeah.
Oh, we appreciate it. We like having you around.
Thanks.
I have to make you play Power World with us at some point.
Yeah, I was like thinking about like setting up a server for that, but I don't know how I'm gonna do that.
Mizu has one.
I have two.
Mizu has one? You have two? Oh my God.
He does have two. He has one for friends and he has one for the public.
Yeah, we have one right now for the public, but I haven't played on it yet. But I'm like a really weird gamer where like the one thing I really want to avoid is when I play these games and people come up to me and they try to give me shit.
Oh,
and I'm
fair.
just like, I just want to play the game. You know, I just want to like, I want to experience, I want to struggle for like everything, you know?
See, I'm the opposite. My friends came and gave me some really nice pals, and I'm like, oh, thank you, sir. I will gladly use this to upgrade my base so that I can get up to your level immediately.
Yeah, I'm like one of those crackheads. I want to struggle, you know? Like I want to feel the progression. That's what gives me.
I'm not one of those people that wants people to like escalate through it really quick. But I always kind of have the idea of I want you to have one thing that you enjoy right from the start. And you don't have to work for the thing you enjoy. A really good example is like Warframe. Is when I would take new friends through Warframe, I would help them like speed through getting their first one that they thought looked interesting. But after that, I would kind of choose my builds and loadouts for stuff that was sort of on their level. So I wasn't just speeding through all the content with them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It takes a person with that kind of attitude to be able to play with people like me that are lower level, I think. Yeah, nothing kills a game more for me than like, here's everything. And like I just all right, I'm done. I'm kind of like that.
Well, we have really good examples. Like I think most people are like that and they don't realize it. Because that's why people get burnout from like pay to win games so quickly. It's like, okay, I bought everything I wanted. Now what?
Well, I mean, that's kind of like why with Warframe, I did take a break after a while because it's just like, oh, I got all of the Warframes, and it's just like, okay, there's still a lot to do, but I need a break.
Yeah.
So you gotta build your own goals in these games, and if you just let everybody hand you the end, and it's just like, okay, but now what do I do?
Yeah.
Leaflit wants to play old school WoW that takes 6 months to get to level 60.
Oh god.
I tried to play like the classic, whatever the hell, remix season thing, whatever they did. And I played it for like literally 20 minutes. And I was like, this is ass. What am I doing? And I just uninstalled it instantly.
I have never played WoW before. I have been told not to.
So I've mentioned this to people before. On my main Blizzard account, which has like all my Overwatch stuff on it, I am permanently banned from playing WoW, and I've never even opened it up before.
That's interesting.
This is before you became internet famous.
Yeah, I used to just play Overwatch with my Blizzard account because I didn't really care about MMOs at the time. And one day I got a message that says, hey, your WoW account has been permanently banned for account selling. And I was like, I've never played WoW before. And they're like, oh,
that's interesting.
The support person unironically says, oh, well, do you have a plan on playing WoW anytime in the future? I was like, not really. It didn't seem like something I'd enjoy. It's like, okay, well, the ban won't affect you then.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
The principle of the matter, though.
That's fucking hilarious, man. That's classic.
I was like, okay, yeah, I guess I'm still banned.
That sounds like something Blizzard would say. I'm not gonna lie.
To this day, I wish I still had that email laying around because it was so funny. It is top 2 ban emails I've gotten. The other one was from a game called S4 League.
Blizzard is a very interesting place. It's a weird mix of there being really high level people that are like really competent, really, really good. And then just like the most brain dead, like just feet dragging people like you'll ever see,
Yeah.
all in one place. It's like min-max, you know, like min-max the company.
That is amazing.
Oh, so since Power
Yeah.
World's in the discussion, did you ever see that that's how Game Freak is as well?
Really, it's just like they're ultra min-maxed.
So in the when the big Pokemon leak happened, one of the big things that got leaked was actually internal emails between like managers and shit. And
Yeah.
the current director of Pokemon would during X and Y when it came out had gotten removed from the project halfway through because he had made a list of employees. There was the list of competent employees that he could trust to do the job, and the list of absolute idiots he couldn't trust to do a single fucking thing, no matter what he told them.
Many
That sounds
such
about right.
cases.
And that's why they removed him from all future projects, because they said it came off as abusive to employees.
You know, though, I can loop this back to like our main topic. This is the reason why people are afraid of AI.
Oh yeah.
Because
it's one
all of the
reasons,
people,
sure.
because all of the people that are in that position that are like cannot be trusted to do literally anything, cannot be trusted to wipe their own ass, you can put a clanker in their spot, and it would like not change anything. In fact, it'd be way better.
Oh yeah.
I think it depends. Sometimes I think AI is not quite there yet, but it's getting there.
Well, depends. It depends on what you're doing. Like, do you have an example of what you mean?
I mean, like, I would not trust AI to do 100% programming on its own. I still
Have you
want
tried
to-
Fable?
I have not, but I still don't feel like an AI. My thing is just like I don't 100%. I just don't 100% trust AI on its own.
Well,
Like, I'm sure it could be there one day. I just don't 100% trust it on its own.
So, like, the thing is like people make mistakes as well. Like, this is one thing that I always
which
hear
is
about
why you
AI.
have people above you to check the programming.
Yeah, so what you do is you have you have an AI, and then you have another AI that is above that AI. See this? Okay, so let me explain like advanced AI usages. Okay, like so, most people nowadays they think that this is how you use AI. Is you get like some random bot and you tell it like do this thing for me, and then it does it, right? That's
Right.
like level 1 AI Mancy, right? The high level, dude. You want to know what freaking General Gravy is doing? She's forcing AIs to scrum. That's fucking evil, bro. That's
Right.
abuse. That's fucking AI abuse right there. So what you do is you have multiple AI. So think rather than having a single AI, you have multiple AIs that are specific to their roles. So you have one AI that's like a QA AI, and like his job is to QA things, find all the bugs, and try to fix them. And you have one that's like your lead programmer, and you have one that's your manager that talks to the other AIs or manages the project. That's what you do. You set up multiple AIs as if like you have a bunch of them, like an entire team of them, all with their own specific jobs. You're in charge of this system. You're in charge of this system. Your expertise is this system, and then you have them all work together. That's how you do it in an advanced way, and that's how you solve a lot of these problems. And also, it depends on the model, right? You could be using like, you know, there's a big difference between using each model and understanding the strengths and weaknesses of each model is like how you actually get the most effectiveness.
I don't disagree with you. I just don't have thousands of dollars to set up a computer system so that I can have all those AIs doing the work for me.
Well, you don't need that much money. So like, okay, so how do I explain this? You know how much it costs to hire a programmer, right?
Yeah, a couple. It depends on how good they are, but yeah, it typically ranges in the hundreds of thousands of dollars, depending on their.
Yeah.
skill.
So like, any person on Earth, and I'm gonna go high end here, for $200 a month, can have Fable 5, like Fable 5 at like the highest capacity, right? And you can have that doing multiple things at one time and making really, really complicated stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's like the barrier to entry for creating anything is so low now.
Yeah,
And
it's
the
closed.
funny thing is, all of this affects. It disproportionately helps people with less money. And if you say like, well, 200 is still a lot, but yeah, 200 is a lot. But compare that to hiring a team of programmers, not even close.
So
Here's sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, my question is then why are we having stories of companies that are wasting so much money on AI? because we've
because
had,
okay, go ahead.
no, you're good. I was just gonna say, like, we've recently had stories where they're like, oh yeah, they're burning tokens.
Oh no,
They're
I could
burning the
answer
shit
that
out of
one
these tokens.
because
And
I
it's
think
just
a lot
like,
of people.
why are they burning all these tokens? Why aren't they being more efficient with them?
That was
So, I mean-
because the company put in quotas because this is a more of like a incompetent manager thing than an AI thing. Was they had
Yeah,
an
right.
incompetent
Yeah.
manager that said, "Guys, I've heard AI is the hip new thing with the kids. So if you don't use 8 bajillion tokens in a day, I'm gonna assume you're not doing your job."
I mean, that's fair, and I don't disagree with that. I just find it really crazy that, like, I do think we have to find the balance between figuring out how companies should use AI. I do think it's still going to, like, massively change the market for a bunch of stuff. And I just don't think people are ready for that.
Yeah.
The other
I
thing
just
too
wish
is
my
that
RAM didn't cost as much money. That's my only.
yeah, I mean that is the unfortunate side effect, right? The thing is here is that people hate this idea, and people are very mad that I say this. But anybody that uses AI will agree with me that AI mancy actually requires some level of competency. Like, you have to actually know. The skill comes in, like, how do you manage a project? How do which AI do you even use? There's so many of them. Like, are you using Fable for this? Are you using Opus for this? Sonnet, Gemini, Flash? Like, what is each AI good at? And it's utilizing each AI to its strengths, and then understanding the limits of AI, and putting yourself as the human element in there to take care of what humans are good at versus what AI is good at.
Oh, I've
Right,
shown
'cause
people
humans
that
will
before because I used to show
Yes.
people my comfy UI workflows, and you'd have people look at it and be like, "I have no idea what I'm looking at." It's like, yeah, you're not going to. You probably don't know what any of these things do.
Well, yeah, Mizu for a while was trying to make a chat bot, which is kind of funny.
I want to do that next. I want to do the next place I want to take the AS adventure is I want to make chat mascots that can, like, read chat and be the personality of that chat, especially because I'm multi, right? Like, I'm on Twitch, Kick, and Rumble. I want to
Yeah.
make a mascot for each of them, and then have it have their personality. And what it does is it will read the chat, and then it will say a thing, you know, obviously with some safeguards. Looking at you, Rumble. I'm gonna do like
God.
some.
Is Rumble really that bad?
Well, I have it set up so each of my chats is different, has different rules.
Right.
So the Twitch chat is the most safe chat. It's the very, like, you know, don't talk about this, don't argue, right? And then
Yeah.
you have Kick chat, which is the PvP chat. They're allowed to argue, and they do it all day. And then Rumble is if guys listen, if you really need to say slurs and you need it, then go on Rumble, and you can have your free speech, and you can talk about the juice and all whatever that. Just do that on Rumble. And I
That's
don't have
funny.
Rumble on screen, right? Like, I asked them at the beginning, I was like, hey, Rumble, do you want maximum free speech? If you do, you can't be on screen. And they're like, yeah, we want maximum free speech. All right. You're never being on screen. No one's ever gonna see you guys in any of the videos. But
That's
yeah,
funny.
it's Rumble. Yeah,
That's amazing.
This girl is making
yeah. I'm gonna
net
make the
navies.
little chat bots with them, right? And then they'll be in the corner, and every now and then they'll say a thing based on the total of what chat's talking about.
I just love how you're like, oh, they'll be in the corner. They get a chair.
We're talking, you know. Yeah. Did you see what my friend Malcolm is trying to make? It's actually fucking awesome.
He's the one with the glasses, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
I've listened to him and his wife before. That is his wife, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Simone,
I started
She's great,
listening
by
to
the way.
them.
I love Simone.
I think they're pretty. I think they're pretty cool. I kind of want to meet them one day because I think that they're pretty cool. They're pretty fun to listen to.
Yeah, they're great. Yeah. There's this thing he's working on, which is a what do you call it? I can introduce you, by the way. Sorry, my mind did that
No, you're
thing
good.
where
You're
I
good, you're good,
focus
you're good.
on one thing and then, like, it hit. I have a queue in my head. It's hard to explain. There's a queue where, like, I'm processing, and then, like, when something happens that interjects into it, I'm like, finish processing this, and then oh yeah, that, and then that gets, like, inserted. But anyway, he's making this, like, kind of puck thing with AI. It's like a little device it's like about, like, a third the size of a smartphone.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a little box that has a little anime girl in it, and it can actually talk to you and stuff, and you can give it specific functions. So you can have an AI that is like helping you with cooking and stuff like that, and it's like an actual waifu like talking to you and stuff.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I want that so bad.
They tried doing that with Hatsune Miku for a while.
Yeah, but the interesting about this one is that because of his website RFab, you're able to flash it with whatever type of thing that you want. So like if you want it to be an expert at a very specific thing and be better at a specific thing, then you can have it be that. Yeah. I'm gonna do one for cooking. I'm gonna put it in my kitchen, and then I'm gonna ask it like questions on like what, especially for conversions, you know, like how much is 537 milliliters to whatever
normal people units.
Yeah,
as long as it doesn't tell you to put glue in your pizza, I think that's completely fair.
You know, I will say this, because this has been like a constant thing, is like, well, what about when, you know, AI tells you to do the wrong stuff and it's super stupid? People have been doing that for years. Like, like looking up like cooking recipes and it tells you to do like something really stupid. It's like people have been doing that for years with no help from AI. I think a huge one was there were girls that were trying to get a specific look with their hair, and they started putting like super glue and shit in it to give it like a sheeny look to it. Because they heard about it on like Twitter.
There is a demographic that is doing that specifically. All right, that's not special. You know.
Do you know the reason behind that though?
I don't.
I think Mizu definitely does, but the reason behind it is LLMs, like these big models, language models, right? You have to understand that they are everything, all of humanity. The best way to explain it, because they've read everything. They've been a part of whatever community. So when you ask an AI a question like this, it is like summoning a random person in the world to do a thing for you. So if you don't make your summoning spell, you know, the intro prompt, this is like your startup prompt. If you don't create your summoning spell like perfectly, or like at least with some sort of care, you can summon the biggest retard on earth and then ask them, hey, is this mushroom good? They'll be like, yeah, eat that shit. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, so you have to like have your summoning spell set up properly.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
And it's just funny because people get, like, they start blaming everything on the AI. It's like, no, this has happened before AI. It's been a problem way before AI was ever a thing. This is just a consequence of people being retarded.
And 100%. People are just retarded.
Yeah, it's like anytime an AI makes a mistake, it's like, oh my god, this AI drew this finger wrong, and it's like, yeah, because like humans have never done that. Okay, like what? Right? Well, like humans make mistakes too.
It'll get there. The thing is just like, I know it's going to get better and better and better. But the thing is that people point to art because it is so readily visible. I'm looking at the back end with programming. I want to know how good it is with programming. I want to know how good it is with so much other stuff. And it's just like, that's the point. I don't know. Because I like see all the hatred towards AI, and I'm like, can you guys like be consistent and hate AI for more than just the fact that artists might actually have to work a little bit harder or might not scam some of the people that they're working with? Because that's one of the main reasons why I like what you were doing so much. Because it's just like, I mean, like, I was going to interweave this eventually, but like, I'm pretty sure an artist that I paid $40 for a commission for is just gone from the internet. They complained about their taxes a couple of months ago after I paid them for a commission, and they've been gone ever since. Like, I haven't seen them since May, and it's just like, what am I to do? I mean, I could try and dispute it with PayPal, but like, it's been enough time where it's just like, I guess fuck me. So it's just like, a lot of these people are making it for themselves. You know?
Oh yeah. I mean, I've had the same thing happen multiple times to me, so I totally understand that.
I mean, I know people like Kirsch have also had that happen to them, where she's just had people blacklist her, or people randomly say, hey, please don't say that you worked with me, all that stuff. And it's just like,
yeah,
I don't know what you want me to say. You put me in this spot in the I mean, like, AI was going to happen eventually, but like, you guys are literally accelerating it by how you're acting, and I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, AI is not perfect. The point is not to reach absolute perfection. I mean, obviously that is the end goal, but what we want is we want it to be at least as good as human beings. But human beings still make mistakes. But if you look at, like, for instance, they have medical AI now, and those can detect problems a lot better than human technicians at this point.
Oh, I
So
know. It can look at an X-ray, and it can point out what the issue is on the X-ray. And I've heard some doctors be like, "Dude, I've done this for 20 years. I never would have been able to point that out." And the AI pointed out something that I would have definitely missed, and that person probably would have passed away. And I'm like, that's creepy.
See, and I think right now, like, really the key is to not think of AI in terms of, like, this is a total replacement. I no longer need that person. It's now you can have that person work along with the AI to be much more efficient in their work.
Yeah.
And then obviously that does replace a person. And in the same way, if you hired a highly competent human being, they could replace 5 programmers. Same thing, basically. You're increasing the potential of, like, an individual human being, which obviously does displace people that are less skilled.
I was gonna say 1 skilled American replaces 5 H-1Bs.
Oh yeah, I mean, I've heard horror stories about how they make a ton of bugs, and then there's, like, the language gap, and then they go AFK for, like, because their time zone isn't the same, and it just kills productivity on projects. I've heard this many times.
Yeah.
I also think a lot of people don't understand that in the programming space, the whole, like, will AI steal stuff argument doesn't really work on them, because programmers are pretty open about the fact that, like, oh yeah, no, I like if I don't have, like, know how to do something with code, I just immediately go to GitHub and steal it from somebody else. Like, it's a common part of the process for programmers.
Well, they're all sharing code with each other for the most part.
Yeah, it's a lot of code is problem solving, right? And it's kind of like, if you're stuck on a problem, another human might have solved that problem.
And there's also,
and I guess, sorry, go ahead.
But I was gonna say, there's also lots of stuff with programmers just love it because they'll put in their code into the AI and they'll be like, this says that there's a syntax error. Can you just please fucking tell me where the syntax error is?
Oh yeah, because it's so much, right? Like the code is there's so much text there. Yeah.
Part of me wonders if Pirate Software would have finished his game by now if he decided to start using AI in his video game production, which he's totally still doing.
I wonder if you could make that game in, like, a week.
Leaflit, I know you're incredibly busy, but I wonder if you could. Just remake his game in a week. Listen, if you want to really rage bait an online fandom, just take his game and see if you can recreate it in a week with less bugs.
Oh my god.
Really quick, because I have been kind of skipping over the supers. Earlier, we had Wolfsbane for 2, said, remember Armored Skeptic? He fumbled Shu so bad. He did. I don't care what other people say. I still think Shu's kind of hot. Anyways. M Stealth says, Occo is basically Marina with purple hair. Sue him. Some Nintendo drone properly. Also, Sekhmet, Magix, and Dupin are cute pals. You say you're not a furry, but those are very furry pals.
They are.
Thank you, Buckley. It says, sipped iced tea every time fair enough was said. I do not say fair enough that much. Somebody's going to do like a count on it one day.
Well, some people are saying that I need to get shocked every single time I say, in my personal opinion.
Thank you,
Chat, it's because I don't want to get sued.
I've heard medical AI can tell your race from your skeleton, so it was called racist and needed correction.
Really?
So funny.
Really?
Oh, that's funny.
And then Internet Zen for 10. Note, I've seen a lot of the AI artists who actually do Gen AI for pay have pretty much solved the finger problem. Occasionally they'll have an extra finger, but it's 5 picks out of 300. A lot of the guys doing AI art now have moved on to what they call AI assisted, as opposed to just AI. Where what they'll basically do is they'll draw a rough outline of what they need, pop it in the AI, and tell them what it needs to look like. And then when it spits that out, they'll roughly color it in, just vaguely where the colors should be, and then ask AI to clean that up as well.
Yeah, it's what I said, like, AI can really help out a lot of people if they want to do it that way. And you here's the thing: as an artist, you can provide that service. Like, if you want to make money, and you always hear artists go, "I have no money," you can do this. You can say, "Listen, I have multiple tiers of what I do. I can do full manual. It's going to cost this much money. Pretty expensive. Not in everyone's price range. If you want to pay a little bit less, I can use AI assisted. Here's my process. This is what I will do for that." And they could make a lot more money and be a lot more accessible to a lot of people.
Yeah.
Well, and I do think that the artists that are going to accelerate are the ones that build an AI based off of their skills and their own thing, and then just say, "You have my style. I want you to create an image for me that I can then work off of." I know that there are some artists that do it already, but it's just like the people that actually capitalize off that, it's just like, here's AI assisted art. It's still the same. I'm going to make it slightly less expensive than the other one because it takes me half of the time or even a quarter of the time. But I'm able to pump out so much more artwork that I'm making 10 times the amount of money. I would pay. Listen, if an artist said, "I use AI, but I still draw," I'd pay for it. 100% I'd pay for it because it's still the exact same thing. It's just using another tool.
You can get a lot more custom stuff, right? You can have it be like, "I want it this specific way," and it's really difficult to get this. Or another thing too that I like to pay artists for nowadays is their vision. Where I'm like, "Okay, like, well, what would you do? What do you think would be good here on this character?" Something like that, right? Like almost like a consultation. Where, can you make this character, like, design this character for me, and then just, I want to know like what is in your mind, right?
Yeah.
And I love that. I love paying for that. That's like the one thing I pay for the most right now for art.
That's not a bad idea.
I could see that.
Not a bad
Yeah.
idea at all.
And you have
Well,
people get like really
creativity has
upset
a
about it.
cost. People don't understand that creativity is not free. Like, you have to consume stuff, and the way I explain it is, it's like a mana tank. You have to have like your mana, and by every time you like watch anime or you consume something, you like fill up your mana, and then every time you make something new, it drains. You can mitigate this, right, with AI and generators and stuff like that. You can kind of mitigate it, but you do drain that tank out.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like I'm it's no secret that I mentioned it before, but my current model design is based off Bach from Azure Lane. And every time I would see her, I'm like, I want that outfit, like specifically that outfit.
I mean, it's not a bad outfit.
Yeah.
Good outfit.
The funny thing is like you said, a lot of the AI like creators now they use some of the same techniques. They'll take like a 3D model and they'll pose it up and then use that as a pose for the AI to actually use.
Yeah. And then
I believe that.
They come out looking way better. There's one guy I follow that for a while I didn't even realize it was AI until I'm like, your output's too high.
Yeah.
Because it all looks so good and so specifically stylized and so consistent.
Prompting itself is also quite a it's not easy. Like, I challenge any of these anti-AI people to like make
create
something actually good. Yeah, with it. They won't be able to, because it really is your ability to convey using words to the program, like what you want to see. And using the right language.
One of my favorite interactions, this was early on in AI before we had all the extra stuff. But there was an artist that was railing on, the general stuff about how AI is just stolen and like you should never use it, yada, yada, all that. And then somebody said, well, if it's so easy, I don't understand why you don't just, do it yourself. And they replied back, "Oh, I tried. I couldn't figure out how to get it to output anything."
Okay, then they're dumb. They're not willing to explore.
It's like, what do you're talking about how easy it is and how like an idiot could do it, and then when we tell you to do it, you're like, "Oh, I can't figure it out."
I gotta pee real quick, but when I get back, there's a topic of AI that I'd like to finish on, if that's okay.
Oh yeah, sure, it's no problem.
I would like to talk about the Neuro thing, because that one is really funny to me. I'll be right back.
Okay,
no problem. Actually, because I've been holding it in for a while, I'm gonna go to have an idle meeting as well. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, we had Leaflit here. I didn't want to,
No, you're good. You're good. Well, while you're gone, I'll talk with chat about something that's really funny to me. And since chat, I'm in the trading card world and just like the world of trading cards in general. We talked about Pokemon having a 30th anniversary. I would also like to bring up something that's really funny that I saw happening. Chat, did you know that DSP is now getting into Magic the Gathering? I'm thinking. So, chat. My birthday's on Sunday. I was thinking about skipping my stream tomorrow just so that I could prepare for Sunday. Instead, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a stream where we're going to laugh at DSP opening trading cards because it would be funny. And I think what I want to look at is DSP talking about Magic the Gathering, because DSP knows nothing about trading card games. I know that he's like opened Pokemon in the past and he knew nothing about it. DSP decided that he was going to open some Magic the Gathering because, I think the reason why is because they have the Marvel Superheroes collab that they're doing. Very gay in my personal opinion. I wish that Magic would choose some IPs that actually would fit in the world of Magic the Gathering just a little bit. But, Marvel Superheroes, it is what it is. I wonder if he's getting in on the idea of like, ooh, it's got some cool cards and I could get the Mind Stone in there. That sounds kind of neat. And so he decided he was going to start opening some of the superhero booster boxes. Now, he probably looked at the price of the superhero booster box, which is up between 130 and 140, and the fact that it's not being scalped to hell right now, and said to himself, you know what, that's a much cheaper way for me to open cards and make a shit ton of money. And one of the clips I saw of DSP, welcome back. Since Mizu's also going to the bathroom, I decided to talk about how DSP is opening Magic the Gathering cards right now.
I still have those cards that I'm saving to open.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I got that.
Oh, man.
I got Surging Sparks. I got like a box of Surging Sparks and Prismatic, whatever the fuck. I don't know what it's called.
The prismatic ones are very highly sought after because they're about to go out of print.
I'm sorry, I returned
for a while.
Oh, should I hold on to them?
Yeah, I mean, if you hold on to them, they might go up in price. You never know.
I got them from a vending machine.
Yeah. But anyway, the TLDR with DSP chat is DSP took a land card from Magic. For those that don't know, the land cards are basically your cost and how you're able to pay for spells and creatures and shit.
Mm-hmm.
He took a swamp card and said, is this like a deadly spell because it's got a skull on it? And he tried to look it up and failed, but it's just like, no. A swamp card is literally just your token so that you can pay for your spells, and he did not understand that. And it was just it's like, damn it, DSP, this is why you don't play things that you don't understand.
Chat, we will not have puddle water until I get a sponsorship.
When I was a kid, I had to open my Magic the Gathering packs like in front of my family, like my stepmom, and they would throw away every black card because it was the devil.
I really wanted to play Yu-Gi-Oh! When I was younger, and I could not. My parents said the cards were demonic and had monsters all over them.
I mean, technically it is kind of demonic, but in all of the best ways.
However, they were not so religious that I couldn't have Pokemon. They never understood the like scare with Pokemon. They're like, they look so cute. Like, how is this demonic?
I mean, they are right.
So I was allowed Pokemon.
How do you guys feel about the whole thing with Nero? I just feel like it's the funniest thing to me is anti-AI people being unable to criticize Nero is so peak. Nero is literally my silver bullet. Like,
what is Nero again? Remind me.
Neurosama, the AI VTuber made by Videl. Because the excuse they always use for Neuro and why they're hypocrites when it comes to Neuro is, well, he made it from scratch. Okay, well now Leaflit's over here making their program from scratch.
It's not even true, by the way. I mean, it's not even true. So, if your stance is purely anti-AI, it's not even true. Vettel themselves admitted that they used coding agents in order to do it.
Yeah.
And it's literally okay. So I looked this up. I did some research into this. Because I was really interested in like the origins of this, but there was a YouTube video about what was it called? It was called "How a Turtle Changed Something Forever." It was that video said that Nero is only trained off of Twitch or off of chat. Right? Have you heard that rumor? Have you heard people say that? Well,
I've
Nero's only
heard
trained
that
off the
rumor.
chat. That's where it came from. It came from that video, but it's not true. It's just simply not true. It's impossible. It's technologically impossible for that to be the case. Like maybe the Laura was trained off of chat, and even then, if it was trained off of chat, it would have been like it would not talk like that. It would not be like
No,
it would
because
not have
it
that
talks
persona.
Even
very
as
differently
big
than
as
a chat.
Neuro and Vito's channels are, there's simply not enough people to train a full LLM off of it.
Yes,
Yeah.
even if you account for it being today to the day that Nero came out, if you count all of that chat, it's still not enough chat. So it's like it's the idea that like back in the day that Nero was only trained off it. It's ridiculous. It's technologically illiterate.
Yeah, it
because
just
most
wouldn't
chats
work.
are technologically illiterate as well.
Yeah. So it's so funny to me, dude. Just like every time they're like, "Oh, I hate AI. It's the worst." I'm like, "How do you feel about Nero?" "Oh, I love Nero." Every fucking it's like my breakfast question. It's like anytime somebody like I hate AI. How do you feel about Nero? "Oh, I love Nero." Every single time, because they can't because the cult does not hate Nero. So if you say that you hate Nero, you get shitted on. Only a couple people have been able to say it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's a cognitive dissonance. Well, Nero's not stealing work from artists, which isn't happening, by the way. Nero's not like doing all these things that I don't like. It's just these things that I don't like, and it's just like, bro. Again, it goes back to the conversation of like, listen, if you're against AI, then you should stop using Twitter. You should stop using the internet. You should stop using all these things because AI is in so much of the life right now that you just can't separate from it. Period.
Listen to what they're saying, though. Listen to what they're saying. They're saying Nero helps artists and doesn't take work from artists because Nero's model was made. So you're telling me it's okay to take the job of VTuber pilots but not artists? Like, do you see what I mean? Like their entire argument is so like.
Oh, it's because artists don't respect us at all. I've actually covered this a lot on my Twitter because this has been a common talking point with a lot of artists, is that the VTuber themselves does not matter. And they don't even hide it. They'll say it publicly, like, yeah, no, you guys don't matter. You don't exist without us. We're the important part.
Yeah,
Yep.
they say that we built this industry of VTubing and stuff like that. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, there's always the
it's
we're
like-
the most important part of VTubing. We're the backbone of this
Freaking ridiculous.
industry.
It's really funny that people say that when it's just like, okay, you might be correct, but if I didn't pay you, you wouldn't be here either. So how about you treat me a little bit nicer than that, please?
Exactly.
It's just so it's so funny to me how people are just that is honestly the best thing about what I did. And I love this. I love just forcing them to expose themselves in public. It's actually so peak to me. Like I just, oh god, I sit back and I look at X. It's beautiful. Have you seen my retweets? You should look at them. They're actually hilarious.
Oh, we've looked at some of them, and I mean, like, we could probably spend all night reading some of what these people say. It's honestly quite hilarious. It reminds me.
You see the one about being too poor?
Yeah.
That one's so good.
I saw the one you did retweeting the Cha-Cha tweet, and I thought that was funny.
Yeah. Like,
I knew you were joking, but I am curious if some people didn't think you were joking.
with the Cha-Cha thing?
Yeah.
Oh no, there were people that thought I wasn't joking. That's why I made when I made that post, I did a reply post to that post that said, "I'm joking, by the way. If you don't immediately know that, you might be retarded."
Well, I had to get to the bottom of it where I was like, okay, this is definitely a joke. There is no way that it's anything but a joke.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, you hold on, let me see if I
I
can
can
show
rotate
you.
the apple in my head. That's why I know it's a joke.
Let me see if I can show you some of them. Actually, if you just click on my account and you look at my recent post, you'll see a couple like really peak ones, like just like a little bit lower than that. Not that one. That one's funny though, but that one's like funny, but it's not that one. It's this one right here. Look at this one.
Oh no, yeah, yes, I love it.
So, this this is a little funny, but this particular person we've known for a while because they really don't like us.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
The Wicked. Okay, I'll give you the download with the Wickedest person. So back
Sure.
when the Cinder drama was going down, Wickedest was one of the few people that actually was in the mines trying to get all the information on the people that were going against Cinder.
Yeah.
And I was really appreciative of that because he was able to make a bit of a more conclusive timeline than I was, and I actually used some of it in the research of my video. Well,
Yeah.
after that happened, I realized that he was like a bit of a spurg that didn't know when to quit, and also very, very, very hardcore leftist, which I don't care if you're a leftist, but like he was so hardcore leftist that it was like annoying and like almost kind of like a detriment to himself as a person. So I was just like, okay, I can't touch this whatsoever. And ever since then, he's just been spurging against anybody that is like tangentially related to the right or pro AI.
Mhm.
It's been very funny.
It is very funny because it's just like, bro, what the fuck?
Yeah, they actually have been pretty good content, honestly, for me at least. I think I have 2 of that person on here. I think like if you go down 2 more, there's another one from them, I think.
You know.
Oh, there's the narrow.
Oh, that one was great too. That one was funny. Did you see that one?
I will say,
the narrow one
in British.
Yeah, that was the wickedest one.
We've been rewatching the Pirates of the Caribbean, and so that's I feel like you need to. Those would be some good memes as well.
Yeah. So
if you can't afford it, don't bother. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I do a movie night every Monday in my Discord, and I had I had one of my friends that we were talking about movies. And I was like, oh, you know, like I've kind of got a hankering to watch the Pirates of the Caribbean movies again. And she's like, oh, I've never watched those before. I was like, what do you mean you never watched those before? And then somebody else said, well, after this, can we watch Lord of the Rings? I was like, yeah, we can watch Lord of the Rings after this. And she's like, oh, I haven't seen that either. It's like, what the fuck have you watched?
Oh my God. Even I've seen those. I rarely watch.
Are you talking about The Hobbit or the original Lord of the Rings? Because everybody has seen. What do you mean? Everybody has seen the Lord of the Rings. I saw that when I was 5.
I do have I have to find it again. I have 2 memes of me as Captain Jack Sparrow, where the guy says, you're the worst pirate I've ever seen. And it just says, you're the worst VTuber I've ever heard of. And I just reply, well, you have heard of me.
That's the truth, though. Everybody knows who Mizu is.
Unironically, yes. I've seen so many things where somebody will be like, so have you heard of this Mizu guy? And like 5 VTubers in the call will go, yes, oh, that guy. And I'm like, you all know who I am.
Dude, you want to know the funny thing about all of this is I'm literally the worst person that could have done this because they can't even tell me that I don't belong in the VTubing world. That like that. What was it that they say? Like
they say like you don't deserve to make it or something.
You don't know. Well, that's one of them. But the other one they say is that like like we should have gate kept you or something like that. And I'm just like, bro, like I've been doing this before you even were on the internet. You know, just like.
Oh, that's always the funny one. Is like we should have gate kept you. It's like I don't think you understand. You're in MySpace.
Yeah,
I don't know what you think you're gatekeeping.
Freaking hilarious.
Oh yeah, Leaflit, you were here in the very beginning, like one of the first.
Did I tell you when I got my first live 2D model?
No.
2016.
Really?
Yeah, it's my first custom model. That was back when there were no riggers. Yeah, I had to like talk to my artist and I had to pay him. I had to buy a live 2D license and give it to him and then pay him to learn how to use it.
That's funny.
That was a long time ago.
Very classic.
Somewhere
FaceRig.
Somewhere in one of your channel's DMs, or maybe not anymore, there's a message from me on my very first ever VTuber account, which I don't use anymore. I still have it.
Oh my God.
Where it's something like, I love your content. Can we like...
Oh my God.
when I had like a really shitty Vroid. And then I just kind of straight abandoned that account.
You know, it's kind of...
Probably buried. You'll never find it because Elon Musk ruined how messages worked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gone somewhere. I don't even have that account anymore. I know I still have the Twitch because I don't know where the Twitter is at all. Because I just kind of did a full restart when I got Mizu, and I was just like, fuck it, we'll just make a new account.
Yeah.
Because the old one didn't really go far anyways. And then Mizu took
Typically.
off, and not even because of what I did. It's because I got a lolly character.
And you pissed off.
I like
the
that you're
internet.
unapologetic about that. It's great, honestly.
What's never, even at the time,
love
like, it
that.
wasn't a lewd lolly character. I got like a lolly character that was supposed to be my little sister called Yumi. And
Yeah.
I got like a proper reference sheet done. It was the first time I'd gotten a proper reference sheet.
Yeah.
And I was thinking I was going to have her like rigged into like a mascot or something at the time.
Yeah.
And I just got like a regular model and a nude model version because everything always had, the nude model version.
Yeah.
And when I posted a picture of it, I immediately had people dogpiling me going like, oh my God, you're posting CSAM on Twitter. Like, how can you do that? I'm like, what are you guys talking about? It's
Oh,
just,
yeah, there's the thing I sent you where that guy was saying that I want that because I was okay with lolly characters when I was like, well, you're okay with murder in like games, right? So why can't you have a lolly character? It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Like,
The justification is always just, well, I don't think about murder sexually, and it's just like, okay.
well, what does that matter? Like the problem is there's no logic behind it, right? So I just don't believe that fictional characters have rights.
No,
It's
I
that
agree.
simple.
oh,
Which
fun.
is why I don't think it really helps to now if it's with the real things, right? Like obviously if you walked around town and shot people, or if you were doing things to kids in real life, then yeah, I have a huge fucking problem with it, right? But if it's
Yeah.
like
Mizu,
it's like cartoons, like who cares?
Well,
Mizu, these pals have way more rights than you realize. It's very unfair for the treatment that you've been giving them in your game.
Oh my god.
so that leads me into two things. The first is, and this is like a side tangent that I won't get too far into. One of the first people to perpetuate the idea that the pals in Pal World were stolen from Pokemon admitted that they faked the pictures to edit them because they felt that Pal World promoted violence against animals.
Wait, so it was an activist action?
There was an activist action early on where somebody had
Oh
faked
my
images
Lord.
of Pal World to make it look like plagiarism because they believed it promoted violence against animals.
How much you want to bet though that wasn't actually the reason, and that they thought they would get away with it, and then when they got busted on it, they tried to come up with some virtue signal reason for it?
That's a possibility as well.
That's
I
a
like to
very big
believe that they
possibility.
actually meant it because it's even dumber if they meant it.
That is more funny, actually. You're right. That is way more funny.
And then, God, what was it? So this comes up a lot, as you mentioned, the, well, you don't have a problem with like fictional murder, but you have a problem with fictional lollies. And
Yeah.
they'll say, well, I don't like goon to the fictional murder. Fun or not so fun fact, depending on the kind of person you are, sex and violence light up the exact same cortex of the brain.
I'd believe it, yeah.
Like factually, our response to sex and violence is basically about the same for some reason.
Is that why Lumi can be into gore and it's not a bad thing at all?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, not
I think
everybody's
there's
like into
actually-
gore, but everybody gets excited with violence for the most part. Like if you're just a bog standard human with no mental problems, you're typically going to enjoy most forms of violence in some way.
Mm-hmm.
So like one interesting thing, and I'm not really an expert on this topic, and this is going to neutral, right? That there's actually more evidence that fictional violence causes real violence over the other one, right? Like you're an expert at this, and I actually looked into it after you talked to me about this, and you actually were right. And I looked into the data that like that porn actually has a reverse effect on the negative societal externalities towards victims specifically.
Yeah.
I don't know, possibly there's other externalities that we aren't talking about, like I don't know, people not being functional in society and things like that. But in terms of like people actually being assaulted sexually, it actually goes down with the existence of porn, whereas the existence of fictional violent media actually does have a higher correlation.
Yeah.
It's not much, but it has a correlation
Interesting.
versus the negative or is it being inverse for porn?
Yeah, it
Interesting.
technically has like a higher correlation, but it's still technically a negative correlation even with violence. Most of the studies came from people doing like shooter game tests, and they found out that people that would regularly play like shooters would be more violent while playing the shooter game, but afterwards they would actually be more chill than even an average person that never played them at all.
Interesting.
It kind of they saw it as like sort of venting. They didn't have like a really good explanation for it, but that was the best they came up with. It's kind of the same with porn, because you'll hear like a lot of these people say, look, if you partake in extreme pornography, you're going to want to do that more in real life. And actually what we find is that people that partake in more and more extreme forms of pornography typically don't seek less and less of anything in real life sexually related.
Yeah, basically, though, is what I mean is you can't really make an argument for being okay with violence in media and video games, and then be against like porn unless it's a deontological argument.
Yeah,
basically, that's what I'm trying to say.
And it's always
you can't
funny.
make a consistent one. You can't make a consistent argument like consequentially.
Yeah, like it's the thing I always bring up with people. There's already like a tenuous connection with video game violence and real violence. And if you agree with that, you have to acknowledge that there's even less of a connection with fictional porn and real porn.
Yes. Yeah. In fact, I think the funny thing is I think fictional porn is actually the most moral of the porns. If you were to have porn, AI and fictional is by far more moral than any other form of like sexual vice.
Yeah.
Even like fictional porn is more moral than just sleeping around with people. Or
Yeah.
I would probably agree with
A little
that,
bit,
yeah.
because you can spread STDs, I guess.
At least even close, I think. Yeah.
Also, some people should probably
I'd
just
rather
stop sleeping around in general.
Yeah, I mean, in general, but like, I'd rather a person looks at freaking tentacle hentai than they do like sleep around with people. Like, I think the moral impact is far less. You can maybe make an argument when it's like real porn, because then you have people's lives being affected like with that externality, but fictional beings don't have that. So,
Right.
yeah.
Oh, hi, Kendra.
Oh, Kendra, welcome.
And hi, Jazz. Hope everyone's having fun. A couple random
head out soon.
supers.
Sorry.
We did have.
You're good.
We have Skylar had one for Leaflit. Said Leaf should make a Final Fantasy Tactics style game in the Angel Sword universe. And also, you should ask her about the time her dad gave her a sword.
Sorry, it's so stupid.
Your dad gave you a sword?
Yeah. Oh, that's too long. It's too long of a story. I have to go.
Was it a good sword, though?
Yeah, it was a pretty good sword. Yeah.
Thank you, XL Arts. My priest didn't understand the demonic craze was about Pokemon. I think a lot of like normal Christians didn't get it. It was specifically like a very, very overly religious sect, I think. Thank you, Winter Dragon. You may be the backbone of our industry, but we got bionic spines now.
I can't wait to get chromed out, man.
We had like a long debate over this the other day. I think
we did.
Most of us kind of agreed we're not getting Chrome if it becomes a thing.
Really? I'm getting chromed out instantly. I'm gonna jump up, like I'm gonna jump on the roof and stuff, you know?
My biggest concern is I don't trust the people that would produce it. That's my biggest concern.
See, I've given it more thought since then, and I can sit here all day and say I 100% wouldn't do it because of the concerns, but then as soon as I see somebody on TV jump up on a building with their bionic legs, I'm getting bionic legs.
Oh my gosh.
Like, I could genuinely sit here and pretend to, like, have, like, a moral thing against Chrome or whatever, but
Yeah.
as soon as you tell me I can do some crazy shit with it, I'm like, maybe.
I need some bulletproof shit, you know? Like, I need that bad.
Yeah.
what FLAC rating is your Chrome?
Like, bro, can you even block 30-6?
And then thank you, Internet Zen. Do not speak to me of the ancient lore. I was there when it was written. Leaflit, probably. Kind of in regards to the VTuber stuff.
Yeah,
fair.
that's funny. You guys remember Facebook? Dude, Facebook was so scuffed.
Oh yeah, it still exists.
Good times, man. Yeah, I know. This was before VTube Studio.
And then people still use the Vroid one, whatever it's called. I think it literally is just called Vroid.
I
even
used
know.
Luppet. I don't know if anybody knows what Luppet is.
I used Luppet
before
VC
people.
Face.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I still have
Luppet.
it. I still have a license to it because it's perpetual, but yeah.
Oh, it's one of those kinds.
Yeah.
Luppet was a Japanese one, the Japanese VC Face.
No.
It was nice because you had to manually update it by going to the website, verifying your license, and then handing it in, and all that stuff.
Yeah,
was awesome.
I remember Luppet.
The way of how the Japanese always do it with all the licenses and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was great though. I loved it.
Did they stop supporting it? Like,
No, I just stopped using it.
I used Luppet when I got a DD Mavis model. That was all the rage back in the day.
Really? That's crazy.
Yeah. And then there was a controversy with them, and then they kind of just disappeared. But like,
chat says back in the day, didn't they just use PNGs? I mean, sort of. VTubers have never really, quote unquote, used PNGs. Because PNG tuber wasn't really a thing until VTubers became a thing.
Yeah.
People were like, you could probably classify as PNG tubers, particularly like YouTube video essayist type people.
Right.
Back in the day, but we didn't come up with the term PNG tuber until after VTuber was already a thing.
yes. So it depends how you would define it, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whether or not that counts.
Because like you could watch specifically the guys that do like the cartoon review type channels. They've been using like PNG tuber stuff for like years, but we didn't really call it that. But then after VTuber came out, we did.
The first motion VTuber I can think of was, what was their name? I forgot. They used like a 3D model and they did like life stuff, like IRL stuff.
Well, I mean, Kizuna
it's a
AI is
Japanese
typically
name.
considered like the first VTuber.
Dude, this was way before.
No, she
Let me see
wasn't
if I
like the first, but she's kind of considered the first.
Yeah, let's see if I can find it.
Also, have you ever seen the there's a Japanese VTuber girl that just I don't know how she does it, but she overlays her model over herself while she does like housework and like building shit.
Oh, that's interesting.
I used to watch this person all the time. Their name is subtitles are blocking the fucking channel name. Captions off. Have you guys seen Ami Yamato? I used to watch her a long time ago. This was like 15 years ago.
Chat, we're not bringing up Annoying Orange. No.
They don't.
No, Ami Yamato actually was a virtual entity.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you want, you can look it up. It's safe. It's on YouTube. But
No,
you can-
that's
you can-
fair. I think I've heard of them before.
Yeah, they did like a 3D model, and then they would just do like vlogs. It was really interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. No, there were
Brad?
people doing it for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now everybody is a VTuber,
Yeah.
including Jaden
Mhm.
Animations.
I just wanted to be anime, to be honest. That's really all it is. I just love anime so much that
too.
I just want to be anime.
To be fair, Jaden also would have been considered like a PNG tuber for years.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Although she has
And now-
now left her Twitter behind.
Something happened.
Nobody really knows. A couple people believe it's because Shadman came back, and for the last month has done nothing but draw porn of her.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like kind of publicly asexual, saying that she's uncomfortable with porn. So people think that might be a reason, but there's no like specifics.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm still
I
of the
probably
side I
should
don't
head out,
believe
you guys.
asexual is real.
You're good. You're good. Before you
Yeah.
leave, I'm curious. Are you gonna play the
Sure.
Power World card game?
It's like in real life card game.
Yeah, they're gonna have a card game.
I don't hang out with people in real life, so.
Well, you can collect them.
I mean, maybe I'll crack a box just for fun. I mean, I do love opening packs. That is this is the thing I hate about scalpers, by the way, is like as TCG players, it is our birthright to fucking crack open packs.
Oh yeah.
It's really irritating, man. You know, when people said like, oh, just like buy the cards online, I'm like, no, you don't understand. Being a TCG player is about opening packs.
Yeah. Buying singles is after you've opened up like 20 or 30 of them. You buy the
Yes.
singles to complete the collection. No, I get that.
Exactly.
Or like if you
Well,
just see a single you really like me and Occo have done this where we see on TCG Player like a one card that it's like, oh shit, that's like out of print and it looks so beautiful. I want one.
Still want a fucking case of One Piece heroines. I've been trying to I want to buy a case of it.
Case?
A case.
A
I
whole
want an
case?
entire case. Yes,
Really?
I
Holy
want an
cow.
entire case, but then it's just scalp to fuck.
Mizu, just for clarification, a case is not one box. That's like 6 to 10 boxes.
Oh, I know.
12.
Yeah, it depends on the company. I think Pokemon Japanese does 16. Pokemon English I think is 12.
Should I just buy one?
And then Magic is 6.
I mean,
a
if you
box,
really want
believe.
one, I always
Yeah.
tell people if it's something you really think you're going to enjoy, I believe you should go for it.
Well, see, and I don't mean to keep you much longer. I am holding on to Magic boxes as as an investment right now. I'm just buying them because once they go out of print, they're going to raise in price year over year.
I really need to go through all of my old Pokemon stuff with you guys because you guys would know how much they're worth.
I could probably look
I would
them
love
up,
to.
but I wouldn't know off the top of my head, probably.
I'd love to do
Yeah,
a stream where we do that. Let's.
I have
let's do that.
classic Pokemon stuff. My dad gave me all of my classic Pokemon like boxes.
My mom destroyed my classic Pokemon on accident.
Oh no.
She set my binder outside in the rain.
That's awful.
I didn't have classic Pokemon. I played Maple Story, the card game, and then we gave all my cards away because my mom hated stepping on them.
Do you know, by the way, why I want a case of One Piece? Do you know the story with One Piece? And how it works?
I don't, but I know that you, if you get a case, you're basically guaranteed the card you want.
Yeah, so what people do is this is what companies do, is they'll crack a case, they'll open packs until they get the case rare, and then they'll sell the rest of the boxes that are empty odds.
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah. That's why I
So
want to
the
buy a
case-
case. I don't
The
trust.
case is the case is a sealed box. It's guaranteed. There's no way you're not going to get what you want.
Yes, it's guaranteed to not be tampered with, basically. Whereas they tamper with them, and it's annoying. Like I really want to if I could buy them straight from like the regular One Piece store, then I just buy it from them. But it's really, really far.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I was considering starting an online TCG so that I could get like distributor rights and just start buying small stuff.
Like starting your own TCG.
Yeah,
Or
you could do a
company.
digital. You could do a digital TCG store, and you can probably get distributor rights to buy from them. You just gotta
Really?
start small. Yeah, like you can like on TCG Play right now. You got to send them your ID and you got to verify your ID with them. But like you can open up a digital TCG store, and I was thinking about doing that to sell all my loose hollows that I don't want anymore.
Oh, like so not a developer. Like you just have to open the store.
Yeah, you just open a store, and then I think that after a while, if you're like, hey, here's my store, you can apply to get stuff from a distributor. And it
Yeah,
starts off
that'd
small,
be-
obviously, but like start off small and then start selling if you really want to, all that kind of stuff. BCR
Yeah, the
TCG.
whole thing is crazy. Jeez, how much is this per case?
Probably
I'm betting
kinda
it's over
expensive.
$1,200. I'm going to bet it's over $1,200, depending on how expensive it is for one booster box.
Dear.
Yeah, it sucks that like card games have kind of ended up where they are because it's not like they've never been expensive cards before, right? Like I think what was the big one in Magic the Gathering, like Black Lotus or something, for the longest
So-
Yeah,
time.
Black Lotus.
I will tell you why it is the way it is. It's because everybody figured out that if they make something super scarce and super duper cool and powerful, Pokemon figured it out first. They basically looked at Tennis Shoes and said, we want to do that, but with Pokemon cards. And they did that. And now, because Pokemon is limiting and doing some sort of scarcity with stuff, that's why they're at the biggest of the market. It's a very nice short-term way in order for them to get short-term profits. It's not really good for the long term, in my personal opinion. So all card games are slowly looking at that and saying, I want to do that, and doing that themselves. Magic is doing it with its collector boxes, which is why I only want a collector's box if I want to open it, which I'm going to open on my birthday. But like, that's the problem you have right now is everybody's like, oh, how fast can we make as much money as possible? And it's by doing that, basically. And it's kind of unfortunate and sad because it's not pro-consumer. It's like very anti-consumer. It's just the way it works, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It's currently double the price per box for one
Like
piece.
what?
So like the
350?
retail, 312 per box. And here's what's funny is if you buy an individual box, it's cheaper than if you buy a case. And we
Yes.
all know why. It's because people
Because it's
are
already been
fucking.
scalped.
It's already been odds looted. It's really annoying. Like I went to a card store. Sorry, this is the last thing I'll say.
Yeah, you're good. You're
My
good,
bad.
you're good.
I went to a card store and I asked if I could purchase an entire box. So they had like a unopened box of these cards, right? And they had an open box next to it. And I said, "Can I buy that whole box?" And the price for the whole box was higher than if I bought individual packs.
Yep. Because
Yeah.
they know that it hadn't the hit hadn't been pulled and all that kind of stuff.
Yep, basically. Which is stupid, by the way. What a dumb concept.
I think the funniest one me and Occo found was there was a Pokemon pack, like you get the, what is it, like 32 card packs in it?
Yeah.
And there was a version of the pack that just had a single promo card added to it, like sitting on top of all the others.
Oh, Journey Together's booster box.
Yeah.
It had a box topper.
It had a box topper that lowered the price of the box.
Wait, what?
Yeah, so Journey Together had two versions of the booster box, and because the art was nicer on one of them, it was more expensive. The one that had the nicer art didn't have the box topper in it, and because of that, it did, because it really didn't matter. The box topper is worth like $10-20 because there's so many of those boxes out there that were just thrown into the market. But because one had the box topper and one didn't, one was worth more than the other, and the box topper was worth less because the art of the box looked nicer in a sealed format. Because you know that nobody's going to open it. They're just going to keep it sealed.
Is that a good set to get, Journey Together? Because I've seen it a couple times.
I like it.
I mean, if you want some of the nice, it's nice if you want to open it, but if you like want to hold on to it for long term, if you want to hold on to it for longevity, all Pokemon sets are going to increase in price once they go out of print. But like, if you want nice Pokemon, there's like 2 or 3 hits in the entire box, and the rest of them you can buy for like less than $100.
Yeah, it's like I said, I only buy them when I go grocery shopping, and then the Pokemon Pokemon vending machine hasn't been scalped to shit because
I
it
don't even
releases
think it's in there.
incrementally.
I
Yeah.
don't think the Journey Together is in the vending
It was
machine anymore.
I've seen it one time and I didn't buy it. Maybe I should have.
Yeah, I mean, like it's a decent set, but again, there's only 1 or 2 hits in that box, and Lily's Clefairy is the top hit in that box, and it's like an $80 or $90 card. Everything
And
else is just.
I
like,
got it from the Japanese version.
And Mizu got the Japanese version, which is less expensive because it's Japanese. Yeah.
The craziest thing I ever saw was I saw those Magic the Gathering Final Fantasy like the super those super expensive packs. It was like $80 or some shit.
Yeah, those are the collector ones. So the deal with the collector thing is all of the cards are foil, or all of the cards are like full art or special treatments, as opposed to the regular boosters, which are made for drafting or for the poor people to play with. And
see.
so if you want a collector booster box, which has the chance for Surge foil, which is like the super duper rare ones, I think right now it's $1,200 to $1,600, and there's only
That's
12
crazy.
packs. There's only 12 packs in there. There's not like a full 30. There's only 12 packs. $1,600.
Jeez.
And there's a chance that you'll get a serialized Chocobo card that's worth thousands of dollars. That's why it's so expensive.
That is so crazy.
Yeah.
I'll make my own card game. I'm gonna do that.
Do that,
That's what I'm gonna
please.
do.
I will buy it. I will definitely play test it.
Yeah, I'll you know what? I might actually do
Make
this.
a VTuber. Make your own VTuber card game.
I am starting my work on building contacts for board game stuff. I actually have some new merch coming. I haven't talked about it yet. That's board game related. It's gonna be pretty cool when it comes out.
I love board games. I'll play it.
Yeah. Anyway, thanks for having me on. I really appreciate it, you guys.
Oh, no, it's fun having you around.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I hope you guys have
I apologize.
Oh no, I had fun. I hope you. I love hanging out with you guys. I hope you guys have a good rest of the podcast, and I will catch you guys around.
Yes, have a good night.
See ya.
Good night, you guys.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Peace and love.
Peace.
Scalp it, chat. Come on now. I don't.
What's wrong with scalping it?
Chat, listen. There's a difference between investing into something that you actively like and then buying something because you know you can flip it on the market right afterwards. All right. I buy Magic the Gathering cards because I like it and because because like unironically, I do have a lot of boxes of Magic the Gathering right now. Yes. And thankfully it's been paid for by the subs, the Finn subs. They paid for it. But like, if it lost all of its value tomorrow and it went down to 0 and I couldn't make any money off of it, guess what? I'll still enjoy it. I'll open him and enjoy it. And either I'll enjoy the singles or I'll give the singles away or whatever the fuck. It's not like I'm some idiot that doesn't know what Pokemon is and it's just like, oh, I know what Pikachu is and I can sell it because it's got Pikachu's face on it and all that kind of shit. But like, I actually like Magic the Gathering, and I again, I'm gonna open a collector's box that was somebody purchased for my birthday on Sunday, and I'm going to, you know, it's the thing I like, you know. Did I say I didn't like? Well, no, I like Magic. I didn't like what it became, and I decided to jump back into it because, unironically, it is way cheaper than Pokemon in order to buy what you want. That's why I got back into it, and now I'm enjoying it again. Are you fighting with people on Twitter?
I'm not fighting with people on Twitter. I'm correcting people on Twitter. Because I'm 100% right on this, and people are stupid.
Fair.
Also, I forgot to ask Leaflit about this Moist Critical clip about the AI data centers.
Oh, my problem with Moist Critical is he is just the normie take opinion. He really, that's really why he's popular in my personal. It's kind of like Asmongold, but like way less on the totem pole. You know, I feel like Asmongold's just a little bit higher.
Well,
but
big thing with the AI data center thing is a lot of people have no idea what they're talking about. Like, just completely, quite frankly, nobody knows what they're talking about.
You probably watched 1 or 2 videos on AI data centers, and it's just like, yeah, I agree that people need to consent to these data centers coming in, and yeah, I think that they should pay their way and all that kind of shit, and they should use their own water. I agree with all of these things, but by the same token, I just think that a lot of people are still stupid about it, and they're just going off of emotion.
My thing with a lot of those takes are, would you say that about any other business that required water to function?
I think a lot of people would say yes to you.
They would, but then they immediately wouldn't care, right? Because like a big thing people are bringing up is golf courses. Every golf course in the US uses 100 times more water than every data center in the world that we know of.
Mizu, unfortunately, all of the people that hate data centers would agree that we need to get rid of golf courses.
No, I'm not saying they wouldn't agree that we need to get rid of golf courses, but they're not protesting in front of golf courses. They're protesting in front of data centers, even though the golf course uses way more water.
That's because they know that the golf course isn't going anywhere. They think that they can do something about the AI data centers.
Yeah, that's what I mean with like a lot of these people, is they don't actually care about a lot of this. One of the things that Moist Critical has also helped spread around that is false is people keep saying that like they're polluting the water and then dumping it in streams. AI data centers typically use a closed circuit system, so they use a finite amount of water that just constantly gets perpetually recycled.
Yeah, eventually they use a closed circuit. Fuck, I just stubbed my finger. Eventually they use a closed circuit system. But yeah, the initial like drawing on water does get kind of crazy in my personal opinion. The
only argument people might have is the draw on the electrical grid. which I quite frankly just don't believe. Because for
Well,
people who don't know, early on when AI first came out, there was a study that claimed that AI basically used ridiculous amounts of energy. Like, just absolutely tearing it up, using all the energy in the world, yada yada. And then some people did some research on this study and went to the guy that made it and said, hey, you know, we're trying to find out where you got your numbers from. We can't find it anywhere. Like, where did you get these numbers from? And the guy basically just goes, oh, well, I couldn't find any concrete data on it, so I just kind of eyeballed it and guessed.
That sounds about right.
And that is where, to this day, people still try and cite his study, even though if you go to the official publishment of his study, it says right at the top of it, this study has been redacted for lack of data. Or retracted. This study's been retracted for lack of data. Because he just made it all up. He had no data at all. He basically, what he did was he ran a LLM on his personal computer in his house, tracked how much that drew, and then just decided to multiply it by how many servers he thought a AI data farm had.
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah, that was how he got his number.
Oh, I fucking hate that. I'm sorry. That's super duper gay. I'm sorry.
And then what's funny is literally a week after his study was published is when Google announced that they had a breakthrough in AI generation that basically made the electricity draw negligible completely. It's when they had Google had found a way to lower the electricity draw by something like 200, 300% somehow.
Right.
And then it became widely available.
That's just super duper gay. I'm sorry. Again, there are issues that you can bring up with the AI data center stuff. Yes, I agree. RAM is my biggest problem right now. RAM, CPUs, the memory, everything that has to do with that. Biggest problem is just that we're not ready for that amount of manufacturing or that amount of people to make that those amount of requests and all that kind of shit. Yes, that's a problem. Everything else is just like, I'm sure that we'll get it figured out, or I'm sure we'll get it solved. The fact that we're going to reactivate, was it 3 Mile Island? If I remember correctly, correct me if I'm wrong. We're reactivating nuclear facilities for these data centers. And it sounds like some of these data centers are going to be forced to sell some of their electricity that they make from these nuclear facilities to the people, which we kind of need. So I don't know what the problem is with that, you know?
We've actually mentioned this before. I don't think we mentioned it here or not, but I've brought up the fact before that it is ridiculous that it took fucking AI data centers to teach people that nuclear energy is good.
I think there are some people that are still going to cope and say, no, AI data center, or excuse me, nuclear energy is still evil.
Yeah.
You're still going to get people that say that, you know.
In fact, we needed AI data centers for people to go, you know what, maybe we should use those nuclear power plants. It's ridiculous that it took that to figure it out.
That's how I sort of.
Because nuclear is great. I don't think I have to preach to the choir to anybody here. Nuclear is actually amazing, and the fact that everybody tried to start abandoning it just because Chernobyl happened is ridiculous and stupid.
I agree.
Chernobyl was a freak accident by a bunch of communists that couldn't run their own factory. It has nothing to do with nuclear as a concept.
Yeah.
Nuclear evil equals Russian propaganda.
Can I just say the fact that I got the Jumbo Cactar yesterday when pulling Final Fantasy is amazing, because it was one of the rares I actually really wanted.
Fair. That in Japan in 2011. I'll never understand the argument with the 2011 Japan thing, because nothing happened.
Well, it was an earthquake, wasn't it?
It was an earthquake that caused a couple like nuclear centers to melt down, except the meltdown didn't do any damage.
Well, then it sink into the ocean, and that's like the argument is that it harms the ocean and all that kind of shit.
I think some people have tried to claim it's like polluting the water. At the end of the day, it didn't hurt anything.
Fair. So you probably know about this more than I do, so I'm just going to take your word for it.
Yeah. And it's also important to mention all of this stuff is years old. We have way more safety features for nuclear than we did back then.
Yeah.
Now a nuclear meltdown is going to look like the factory shutting down for an afternoon.
I hope so.
And that's probably like your worst case scenario.
Make sure you don't have Homer Simpson in charge.
Yeah. Yeah, chat says, go figure. The reactor that's made to not mushroom cloud didn't mushroom cloud. Shocking. Like, we make them safely now. We have for a while.
And it's just everybody's decided that we have to take them apart and go away from nuclear. And just like, no, we can actually like use this. It's actually useful. You just don't want to use it.
Yeah.
Oh, gotta buy more perfect fit sleeves soon, Mizu. I ordered 1,000 and I'm almost out of them.
He's running out again.
Yeah, I ordered 1,200, I think, and then I've used like half of them for some Pokemon cards and half of them for Magic cards, and I'm almost out of the perfect fits.
Yeah, chat says, ask Germany how that's been. For people who don't know, Germany shut down a bunch of nuclear facilities, and now they're trying to buy energy from France because they can't actually produce enough, and they've reopened a ton of coal mines.
I feel like coal is...
It's worse.
Worse? I don't know. I feel like that's worse.
Like, it's definitely worse. And then people always try and like shill like wind and solar. Wind absolutely kills tons of birds, and it's not to mention that like produce. So I think a lot of people think you build like a big wind turbine and it's just up there forever. No, they have to replace those blades a lot. And the replaced blades actually are not very recyclable. They're a little bit recyclable, but not very. With solar panels are toxic.
Yeah, well,
they had to be replaced constantly, and they're actively toxic.
No, yeah, for sure. I remember listening to a buddy that lives in an area. He said that he knew of a situation where somebody wanted to build a factory for one, and people weren't happy because the fumes that they can give off, if not done correctly, is incredibly toxic.
Yeah.
Maybe this is weird. I've always had this weird fear of wind turbines. I don't know why. I just like look at them and get like freaked out.
I've never heard of the fear of wind turbines.
It is weird and irrational. But whenever I drive by a wind turbine farm, I'm just like, these things freak me the fuck out, man. I don't know why.
I've never heard of the fear of wind turbines.
Seriously, people can make fun of me for it. I don't mind. But I just look at them. I'm like, these things are weird, man. I don't like them.
That's a new fear for me.
No, yeah, it is weird and irrational. I 100% agree.
Yeah, hydro's fine, but it's limited to like very large rivers. You can't just like plop down a hydro wherever you feel like.
And I think that like thermal power is fine as well.
But yeah, there's
conspiracy. No, shut up, chat.
Like a lot. The other big thing is because it's intermittent in its electricity production, you have to use tons of batteries for renewables, and batteries are also ridiculously toxic and non-recyclable.
Well, they're made out of lithium.
Yeah.
And lithium. I've told this to people before when I drove the electric van, because like at Amazon, because everybody's like, oh, the electric van is super duper cool, and I'm like, yeah, stay the fuck away from me, because if this thing blows up, you don't want to be anywhere near it. Have you ever seen an electric fire before? Those things are terrifying.
Yes.
And it's way, because the thing is, there's regular fires, then there's electric fires, and electric fires are really hard to put out because the difference of the energy source is way more toxic and way more consuming. So while I loved the electric vehicle when I drove it, there was always that nagging feeling of this thing could blow up, and because the entirety of the floor is the battery, I don't know. I probably wouldn't be able to escape if it blew up while I was inside it. That's not to say that you shouldn't embrace electric, chat, because when it's done correctly and safely, I do like it, although I am a fan of hybrid vehicles more than I am of just like pure electric.
Yeah, hybrid's probably better.
Hybrid vehicles not only save you on fuel economy, but they also get charged by just driving. Personal opinion.
Yeah.
You know? But yeah, like, I remember when because the station I drove for was one of the first ones that got the electric vehicles, and we actually found out that if the battery for the electric van gets way too overheated, it will just kill itself immediately, which is fine, you know, when you want to prevent an explosion. However, when you're in the back of the van sorting packages, it will literally shut down the entire vehicle and close all of the doors. And because all of the doors are electric, you have no way to escape if it dies.
Yeah.
Except for the manual release at the very back of the van. And they had to teach. They figured out they had to teach people how to use that because they realized that some people might not realize where the manual release is in an all electric vehicle.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Is Occo like Don Quixote fighting windmills? Yes. Yes.
This is a very weird side tangent.
No, that's fine. I like talking about this AI stuff. Again, like my biggest gripes about it are probably just like silly, I guess, in the grand scheme of things. But like, you know, if I can have my good RAM, if we can like get the monopoly on RAM to get solved and all these other things to get solved, fuck it, I really don't give a shit if we have more AI. I think that like there's going to be a correction period. There's going to be things that need to get fixed and all that kind of shit. But at the end of the day, I just I don't care. You know, I think it's going to be just fine.
Nemomenophobia is the fear of wind turbines.
I didn't know that my fear had an actual name.
Well, basically every phobia has a name.
Again, it's not even really a fear. It's just like me just like looking at a wind turbine and saying to myself, that thing is weird and unnatural and I don't like it. It's like a wiggler when it sees a glizzy for the first time. It needs to understand it.
It's just I've never heard of somebody saying like wind turbines skis them out.
I'm sorry. It just does. Like, thank God I've never lived near an area that's had a lot of wind turbines nearby it. But whenever I drive near it reminds me because like there is a portion of a drive when you're going from LA through Vegas.
Chad says you're homophobic against wind turbines.
I am homophobic against wind turbines. Yes, I have irrational fears. But like there is a drive between Vegas and like Arizona before you get to the rest of the it's like a specific drive. A lot of people will know what I'm talking about. But there's just like a giant stretch of like 10 miles of wind turbine farm. And whenever I pass by it on my way to visit Temp, I was just like, this area freaks me the fuck out and I don't want to stay here.
Also, chat, the word for the phobia for long words, I think, is hippomonstrosophophobia or something like that. So I think everybody's seen the memes before, but the word for the fear of long words is genuinely like one of the longest phobia names in the world. There is the word for lisp has like a really hard S sound in it. Like these are all words that were definitely made just to fuck with the people that have these conditions.
Yeah. I'd be afraid of London with their blades. No, that's different, chat. I look up at a wind turbine, and it's not even like just tall objects. It's just wind turbines. They just weird me out. It's not tall objects. It's not towers. It's not like giant buildings. It is legitimately just wind turbines, and I don't understand it. I just don't get it.
Jargon Bell says, in defense of hydroelectric, I think we can still do more with it. When was the last time old Hoover was renovated? The thing with power generation is we as humans have basically discovered the most effective form of power generation is explosions of some sort. If you really think about it, every form of power generation we have is us setting something on fire and causing some sort of explosion.
Yeah, it's entropy. Energy.
Yeah. So, like, cars have combustion engines, which is basically a miniature explosion inside the car. Even stuff that we normally use for, like, steam power, right? For, like, part of it from, Yeah. Nuclear is about like generating the steam to turn the turbines and whatnot. And even that is, we get there by doing smashing molecules together and making them explode.
Very cool and very deadly. Only a man could come up with something that insane.
Yeah, everything we have for good power generation is explosions. And it works. People can cope all they want. It works.
Come on, chat.
Don Occo is fighting wind turbines. Like Don Quixote.
I need to read that book. I've heard that it's really good.
Yeah, Don Quixote is good.
The only way I learned about Don Quixote is by watching a movie called The Platform. Have you ever heard of The Platform before?
I have not.
It is a movie that originally was it was a Spanish Netflix movie where a guy is told he can get paid for anything he wants in the world, but he has to survive a certain amount of time in a prison where the only way you get food is on a rising platform.
Oh, nope, I do know what you're talking about.
It's a good movie, a really good movie, because it teaches a lot of interesting moral lessons. I think some of it is lost on people and all that kind of shit, and maybe it's a little bit woke. I have no idea, but it's a great movie, regardless. There's an English version. However, I prefer the Spanish version with the subtitles because the Spanish version is way more powerful.
Fair play, fair play. I know a lot of people think it's like a really deep take on capitalism.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I've always been one of those people like, I don't really see it.
I don't really care. Those are the same people that also think that Squid Game was like although Squid Game was made by a guy that was allegedly trying to take on capitalism, and I think that that's just gay.
Didn't really work out for him in the end.
No, he got 2 seasons in, and then everybody lost interest in it.
I think most people lost interest after the first season, to be fair.
Yeah, that's kind of what I meant, is after the first season, it was not that interesting.
Everything is capitalism. Yes, chat. Everything is always capitalism's fault.
I will maintain capitalism is just fine. It's crony capitalism that is the issue. And once you fix crony capitalism, or corporate capitalism, as I sometimes like to look at it as well, if you can fix both of those, then, capitalism is just fine, in my personal opinion. But,
Yeah, that's fair.
The new Pokemon set is supposed to release in a couple of hours. Are you planning to go to your local GameStop or Target to try and get cards?
Nah.
Me neither. I'm gonna be.
I'm being good right now.
Yeah, you told me that you were like starting to save money a little bit right now.
Yes, I need to spend a little less.
See, again, like I said, because like again, I do have, and I think I showed I showed you a picture. I told you that I am investing in Magic. But I'm only like the only money I spend is the money I got from the Fin subs, which was a lot. I wasn't expecting it, but like I was like, okay, I'm gonna because the YouTube money goes back into YouTube or into savings. Fin sub money is going directly into investing because I wanted to invest in something for long term, and so that's what I'm gonna do. And occasionally, I'm gonna go to the next pre-release of Magic, which is fucking The Hobbit, because Magic is doing The Hobbit, which does kind of fit in the realm of Magic in my personal opinion. But outside of that, I think that I'm not done with Pokemon, but I'm waiting for Pokemon to finish cooling off, which it's slowly doing right now.
Yeah, that's fair.
You know, because I think the investor bros and the scalpers are realizing that everything has a cycle, and I think Pokemon is kind of reaching the end of its cycle.
Chat, I did not have an addiction. I told you I could stop anytime I wanted, and I did.
And he did, chat. To be fair with you, chat, he was way more quiet about it than I probably would was. So
I told you I could stop whenever I wanted, and I did.
I truly am a Findom. I mean, I did say, yeah. A couple of them that told me they've been saving for the birthday, and I was like, good.
You saved for my birthday.
Exactly. I got one who's like, oh, I'll just send you a weekly now. And I'm like, okay, that's fine if you want to. It's weird, but again, it's kind of funny at the same time, you know? Did I see a God pack that a kid opened a pre-release? It was an Air God pack, all golden Zygarde. I did see that, yeah. I did see that, and I, See, the thing that people need to understand about God packs is that those are individually packed by the people at the warehouses. They're not, like, randomly sorted by a machine, because machines sort most of the packs after you cut and put the cards into the thing. God packs are assembled by the staff at the warehouses where they're made, which is why most of them are generic and look pretty much exactly the same. But yeah, sometimes you get an employee that's like, you know what, we're gonna do a God pack of just Zygarde for whatever fucking reason, and so a kid got nothing but all golden Zygardes, and you know what? Congratulations to the kid. The least popular golden Pokemon card, but still, regardless, I think that anybody that gets that has a great memory for the rest of his life, just saying, I was able to open this when I was a little kid. It reminds me of when I got the golden Darth Vader as a kid.
I mean, for kids especially, that a lot of that stuff means a lot more.
Yeah, that's why, like, God packs exist. It's for kids. I mean, like, adults can enjoy that too, and I mean, like, I would say that, like, if you're mad that adults are enjoying Pokemon, it's just like, well, they were kids at one point. But like, the God packs are kind of just there for kids to discover, you know? And it's just kind of sad that it's turned into the way it did. Did MTG get woke? I don't know where you've been, but it's been woke ever since the quartering was kicked out of it, which was over a decade ago. Part of the reason why the quartering is in so much trouble right now, because he stopped covering Magic. Something he was decently good at.
Yeah. But chat. Hope you all had a good one tonight. We got kind of distracted with Leaflit, but that was fun. I know everybody likes when Leaflit gets to drop by. Say hi.
Yeah, I mean, like, it was definitely a bit of a longer one, probably. But I think that it was pretty fun. It was very good. It was very good. What's funny is we didn't even hit everything that we were thinking about hitting as well, but that's fine.
Well, also one of the things I wanted to hit was the Charlie thing with Leaflit, and then I was like, wait, she left. Shit.
No, that's fair.
It's totally my fault.
Yeah, listen, it happens. You know, ask her next time.
Yeah. Leaflet's good people. Oh, Leaflet's always good people.
She's somebody that's just in high demand for attention right now, yeah. And I get it.
I'm sure I don't have to tell anybody in chat this, but don't forget to go follow Leaflit if you have not already.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure I don't really have to tell anybody, because I think most people probably have already.
Mm-hmm.
At least most of our people. Really quick, Noir says, I remember the Medicare and Andy Ray Swarsky quartering stream.
Well, the one where the quartering, I remember that one as well. That's old. I think I re-listened to that one recently. No, I re-listened to the one where Medicare was that snuck on to the quartering stream through Keemstar. Because Keemstar was like, oh, why are you sucking my dick, quartering? And the quartering's like, no, I'm not sucking your dick. And then Medicare's like, oh, come on, quartering. What are you doing? You like threaten me, but you're ready to talk to Killer Keemstar? What the fuck is wrong with you? Are you paying attention to any of the quartering stuff recently?
No, I've never cared about him.
Fair enough. Well, everybody's basically found out that Coffee Bang Coffee is drop shipped as everybody expected it was, and he's just coping and sneezing so much that he just needs to stop lying about it. But nobody thinks he will.
Fair.
He has no incentive really to stop. In fact, he has every incentive to continue to lie about it not being drop shipped.
Well, I mean, obviously, yeah. Because I mean, the only people that are really gonna know are people that really look into it, I think.
Yeah.
I'm subscribed to Leaflit. Is she maybe not streaming on YouTube tonight?
She doesn't stream on YouTube.
Oh, fair. She should.
I agree, but by the same token, I understand why it's Twitch kick only. Twitch kick and Rumble or whatever.
Well, then I will raid
all of them.
into edit.exe.
Kretosis is also live playing Fallout New Vegas.
I could. I'll leave
Every
it up to you.
Yeah, go to Kretosis because every time he loses in Fallout New Vegas, his friends choose a mod for him.
Edit, customize.
Noir says it was the one where Worski gained 90% of his nicknames, and everyone tweeted at Hasbro that Andy was going to 7-Eleven them. Oh, good times. Now Andy Worski's like the king of the sector, just like laughing at the quartering every single night.
Oh, thank you all. Also, just in case I missed it, Noir said earlier, Al Jokes has a great short about it in regards to us talking about the word stuff. But bye, guys. You guys have a good one. We'll see you later.
Everybody.
Does Occo have plans for tomorrow?
So, like I said, tomorrow, if I do a stream, it's going to be short because I have to start working on the stuff for the birthday. I also have the stream on Saturday with Dama. We're going to talk about another little cow that might be a predator because it was the first one that came to my mind that I thought that would be interesting.
Fair.
And then I got my birthday on Sunday. I'm going to start like at 10. It'll be a nice 12-hour stream. It'll be very fun, chat. Very, very fun.
I will think on mine tomorrow, chat. I might, but I won't make any promises. Bye, everybody.
Cheers, everyone.